Hello and welcome to another West March Guys stream. Yes, it is me, AJ. I am now the DM for tonight. So we have our lovely players with us, and we'll just kind of like get it all started. Last we left off, our crew had finally and pretty climactically left Metaposse in their wake as a building fell out of the sky. A dragon, or I guess you could call it a dragon, followed it. And when it was then quickly defeated, you guys managed to salvage what, the head? You guys managed to salvage part of the dragon, but then realized quickly that the structural integrity of the lake started to
I think it was just the head.
Okay. But yeah, that's a minor detail because the more pressing matter was trying to get onto your ship that was quickly leaving the lake that was pouring out into the landscape. And luckily succeeded on your skill challenge. You guys saved the boat so that at least it was seaworthy. And we left off with you guys, was probably the later part of the afternoon and ending into the evening. Heavy Neck was going to take the helm to sail through the night to try and put some distance between you guys and Metaposse. So I will just preface this early. This session is going to happen like during downtime because it takes about a week of sailing to get to Loradis. So we're not going to do downtime right now, but we will do it at the very end. So either way, as you guys, who would be taking the night shift with Heavy?
It was Sheila when we were last left.
The night shift?
Oh yeah, sorry. We left off with a few like tender moments where Heavy Neck and Sheila were drinking into the night. I believe Zilch was clearly in the crow's nest. Tolland, I don't believe you guys can place yourselves wherever you are. Because
I think it was.
Where would you? Let's just start with where would you be sleeping, and that's where we'll start the session.
Are ya?
I would have probably been in the captain's. If you were up running the ship, I mean, did it just settle? Did we just get out?
Yeah, like so you guys, the boat settled. You guys were able to kind of like gather yourselves and find your heading. You guys had dinner, and then by the time that was done, you guys had all talked that Heavy Neck was going to go up, and you guys were going to head straight to Loradis's. So Heavy Neck and Sheila at least went up. Talon, it's literally going to be like 10 o'clock at night. So
I usually run the night shift, so I'd probably be up.
Okay, so you can be up too. You can place yourself wherever. Zasaria and Little Bite, where would you be?
Snuggling, probably.
Sleeping? Okay.
Probably hogging the bed of somebody who doesn't necessarily want us to hog their bed.
So Heavy Neck's bed.
Well, no, somebody was probably trying to sleep in the bed.
Heavy Neck was pretty drunk, so roll for both of you, roll stealth checks with advantage. I'll roll Heavy Neck, disadvantage.
That's with advantage. That's an 18.
What are we rolling?
Stealth.
Stealth, sorry.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. Heavy Neck got a natural 1.
Nice, nice.
So
I
he
like
is getting pissed drunk, and you guys are able to just like you guys go and crack the door open a little bit, and you guys can hear Heavy Neck just like, that was fucking awesome. I can't believe we killed. Like he's just like going off, the chewing Sheila's ear off about the same story that like just happened, and you guys just like, oh, and then just step right in and like almost close the door a little loud just to see if you'll get away with it, and nothing happens. So the bed is fully yours. While with that being said, while the evening progresses, Sheila and Tolland, could you both make survival checks for me?
Whop.
19.
Nice.
I go 11.
All right. So Sheila, Heavy Neck is clearly downing more of the alcohol than you, so you're actually not really even that drunk or even a little bit tipsy. And while you're sitting there in your Adirondack and you start to feel the boat start to like, maybe a big wave hits and you're like, huh, that's funny. And then you especially know exactly when this happens. You start to feel your hair poof and poof, and it starts to get humid, girl. Like you're like, oh God. And it's like your mane has now like doubled in volume as you start to feel another wave. And you look out into the distance with a 19, you can see basically all along your right side, you hear and see as lightning just strikes the middle of the ocean, like way off into the distance, but like completely like a sheet covering the right side of the boat. Heavy Neck does not seem like he's paid any mind. Tolland, you wouldn't like, you would have probably felt the waves, and then eventually like after the first
Right. Falling asleep, trying to hang out.
Yeah.
So waking up at this point.
all right. So as you guys
Sheila,
progress, this-
Colin,
was that you?
like, no, it's not me. What is that supposed to mean? Is it me?
I don't know. I thought maybe you had some like sausage for dinner or something.
Sheila, did you fought?
Like, are you serious right now? How do you look at this frizz? Like,
Heavy Neck is like draped over the wheel, just like his arms like twisted in it, just holding it steady. He's like, what are you talking about?
did you not like watch the lightning just strike or the ice just hit us?
I'm gonna rub my eyes and try to look out in the direction he's pointing. She's pointing, sorry.
Did you not see all that ice on the right side?
Do I see it?
Another hit. You guys can tell that the storm is like starting. You start to feel droplets hit, and he's like, "Oh, so it's raining and it's storming a bit. Who cares? It's not gonna be. It's not bad. We're fine."
Would I know to like? Should I like start bringing the sails down?
It definitely looks like the storm is about to encroach on you guys.
Sheila, maybe wake up some hands. I'm gonna start dropping the sails. Let's keep the jib up. I'm gonna start
Yeah.
gonna go to work.
Sheila's gonna walk below deck and start banging on doors.
I imagine I probably kind of like roll out of the bed, like without realizing I've rolled out of the bed. And probably grab for my pal LB on the way. I don't think I probably actually grab anything, but
as the
Hey,
door
what?
swings open, there's like it has now fully begun to rain behind Tolland.
What?
Uh,
What?
I don't know. Sheila's like banging on doors, and I get back in bed.
You come up to the deck.
Yeah.
So if you come up to the deck, you're gonna see Tallinn like on a mast, like, hey, grab a rope and start pulling on it. And like,
Can everybody make a deck save as you guys feel the boat start to lean right and then swell up, and you guys feel momentum just shoot straight up? The save is 12. It's not that hard.
13.
Okay.
There be
Okay.
cats rolling around everywhere.
All right. So Cesaria holds steady, but you guys who are where a little bite is, just watch her just launch off of it and just slam into the top of the captain's ceiling and then right back down on the bed. I'll say you take like 1 point of damage from that slam. But you just hear Heavy Neck from the other side, "We need some fucking help. It's getting bad."
Are we up? I guess we're up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're coming.
Sheila's gonna take the cats and just take both of them and toss them out the door and yell,
No,
Colin,
we're
like
not
throw
at
the
war.
rope.
I don't want to get wet. Damn it.
get the rope. I'm just at this point, I'm just screaming, like pointing to one of the like mainsail ropes. I'm like, pull that rope, drop that
gonna
sir.
grab the rope, but I'm gonna like run inside as much as I can because I don't want to be in the rain.
The second you guys get outside, you are soaked.
God
damn
dang it.
Oh, did I have my cell phone in my pocket? Damn it.
All right, so now
What's a
that we
cell
are
phone?
now that we are in the storm and you guys are all out on the deck, it is going to be a small skill challenge as you guys are now trying to weather this storm. So you need 2 successes before 3 failures. So who's
Woo.
doing what?
Anybody want to start?
Yeah,
I'll do it.
anybody?
Uh,
Bueller?
I'll do it. What do I roll?
You
Yeah,
got
the-
decide.
So I'll start. So I will try to use what I can with my water vehicle's proficiency
There you go.
in order to drop the mainsail of this boat before it catches and tosses us sideways into this whatever storm's coming.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
gonna as Tala needs anything that big and heavy move to get this done. I'm just gonna be at his command and just use all of Sheila's strength to do it.
Okay, so we'll do it this way. We'll do two rolls, one for each of you. Tolland, yours is going to be your proficiency plus your intelligence.
You
And
got it?
Cole, yours is going to be just straight athletics.
Okay.
The DC is going to be 12 for the first one, and then 14.
19.
21.
All right. So with both of you in tandem working together, Talon, you're able to drop the mainsail just as you feel a huge gust start to pull it. And then like you're able to slam it down using all of your body weight. Sheila, you're able to start like every time he pulls it down, you pull the big thick rope and then throw it around. And like you're working as fast as you can to get this thing like batted down securely. And you guys both succeed. And with that, that's 2 successes. Like it's pretty easy, but however, during this whole entire thing, a whole entire storm, you guys start to feel the ice, or sorry, I bury the lead. The rain start to hurt, and the rain starts to cut and turn to basically like hail as you hear like splashes, and all of a sudden it's like ball bearings start like bouncing off of the deck of the ship. And over the course of 2 hours of like trying to like make sure that like this thing like stays steady, Heavy Neck hammered drunk, let's see how good he does in his current state. He'll be at disadvantage. Let's just do a straight roll. Well, no, hold on, we'll do survival, so we'll give him a chance. Okay, it's not good. So Heavy Neck does not do great, but the ship doesn't take any crazy amounts of damage. But over the course of 2 hours, can everybody no wait, hold on, sorry. Over the course of the 2 hours, the waves start to settle and the ship starts like, eventually like calm down, but the rain and the hail don't stop for like another good 6 hours. And as you guys start to look around and like realize that like, oh, the storm has stopped, you realize the entire boat is almost covered in a just thick sheet of ice from mast to the fucking railing.
All
As
the ropes and everything, all the masts, all the
everything. It looks like this has flash frozen, and you guys start to look, and the fog that has started to like drift around you. You guys now realize that you're in a little bit of icy waters, and there's like little icebergs and floating sheets that are just like bouncing off of the hull and floating off into the pitch black water. You hear Heavy Neck sort of, I think I'm frozen to the ship. And you can look and you can see Heavy Neck's hands are fully encased onto the wheel. Just, he's going to try and roll a strength save to get him off. It's not great. Natural 1. His drunk ass is exhausted and he's just like, someone, Sheila, help.
Sheila's just gonna come down to the wheel and just put her hand on the ice and just
Sheila, you take one step and you realize that this entire boat is now a sheet of ice and it's difficult terrain.
Is it cold out?
Oh, you're realizing this storm pushed you way further. Actually, roll a survival check to see where maybe this has turned you up.
Survival.
Holland.
I'm grabbing. 17.
You can start to see little parts in the clouds through the storm off in the distance, and you can pick parts of like the star, like the night sky out. You're kind of in the right direction, but you just assume maybe you just have gone a little bit further south than you may have wanted. And
It's cold down these parts.
It's starting to get real cold.
I want to go and check on the cats and see if their fur is frozen or if they're okay.
If they're inside, then they are not frozen over, but the ship, like the door to the captain's quarters, is frozen over.
Yeah, I think we had scurried inside.
I think they were down
I know I would have gone first chance I could get.
Yeah.
below deck or
After-
in the captain's quarters.
Yeah, after Sheila threw us outside, I probably would have ran back right back in.
So, I would have went below deck then to find them.
Okay.
I mean, I just assumed you guys got soaking wet in the rain. I didn't know if maybe your fur got frozen after you went below deck.
I don't know.
Well, if you're down below deck, the rain only got to like halfway down the railing. So if anything, there's just a shit ton of hail that's like rolling around down there, and like the stairs are a little slippery, but it pretty much ends as you get down below deck. But you get down there and it doesn't get any warmer.
Well, at least the cats are frozen.
Yeah, unless you were like so. Well, actually, if you were soaked, you would feel your fur starting to like frost and stick.
I want to do the thing where cats like do the thing that dogs do.
Okay, so they just like.
Oh, ears.
Yeah, just like bleh.
All right, as you shake it off, you get about like half of it completely off, but when this just like flourish of white snow, but it's still sticking to like parts of you.
Can I use sort of like, can I use green flame blade to sort of like melt the ice off of Zess and I?
Oh, I was gonna
Okay,
summon
so
my
green
wildfire spirit and
Oh,
let it
yeah.
run about
Yeah, you
for a
should do
little bit.
that. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. As it runs by me, I'm just kind of like put my hands out to get a little bit of warmth.
Ah,
Well, since you guys aren't frozen, do you want to help me try and get this door to the captain's quarters open? It seems like it's frozen solid.
yeah. Yeah, I guess.
As you guys walk up to the above deck, you notice that the rest of the crew that is on the ship looks like they have one chiseled heavy neck out of the off the wheel, and it looks like everybody is doing the best that they can to try and de-ice this whole entire thing, but it's not going great.
I'm going to point at the nearest iceberg and shout, "Iceberg, dead ahead."
Thank you. And then Heavy Neck's just gonna take the wheel and then just like push it up a little bit, and then the boat's gonna lurch to the right.
Can I jump to the front of the ship and sort of Eldritch blast the like icebergs out of the way?
Yeah. There aren't very many right now. But the few that are coming right at you, you can fucking just roll an Eldritch Blast shot. I mean, some of them are pretty big, so I'll say you probably, what's your plus?
6.
Yeah, you're gonna hit it. No
Okay.
big deal. So what does it look like when you do this?
So I just want to sort of like mimic an archer shot, but it's just like an arc of red energy, and then I'm just like pew.
Okay. It cracks and then splits into 3, and then you make a game of it, and you just shoot the little one first, and the big one, and then like you're shooting them. Yeah. So you guys just hear this commotion as she's going like just haywire in the front of the boat with a laser light show.
Yeah,
What color? It's red, right?
it's red.
Cool. All right. So nice red glow as you guys start to lurch through the ice. It's about 4 a.m. in the morning now.
I like that.
With everything down, you guys are going to have to de-ice the ship before you can get it moving again. So it's not a skill check, it's not anything. You guys are just gonna have to roll a constitution save because it's just gonna take a while and it's gonna be, it's like you might become exhausted.
Okay.
So can everybody roll a con save for me? Sheila.
I got a 27 with a natural 20.
Jesus.
Ooh, 7.
All right, so
10.
Holland and Zasaria do not make it. So as you guys are chipping away at the ice, Zasaria, you're like, this sucks. And then like you do one chop, you're like, holy shit, that ice is thick. And you do another chop, you're like, there's got to be a better way to do this.
I do have a better way to do this. I can cast a flaming sphere to give us a source of fire to help melt things.
Okay, if you're gonna do that, I will allow you to roll your concept with advantage because you're doing less work.
I'll take
There you
it.
go.
Sounds like
All right,
something.
Slightly better.
Zasaria using your flaming sphere, you're able to help de-thaw like the good major parts of that the ship's gonna need to get running. Not having to be exhausted, but you guys are all starting to look around and Holland is struggling.
I think I'm just passed out at this point. Just
Shield's
sleeping on the
gonna
deck.
come up and slap him in the face. Tall and
Whoa, what? What
Like-
the fuck was that?
Hey, up
I'm
here,
just gonna
big lady, right here.
yelling at him. I'm just gonna send one of
You
the
good?
mice to do a little nibble on
Yeah.
his face.
Yeah, I'm just kind of tired, man. I just want to close my eyes for a second.
Well, do it out of my
Oh,
sight.
what? Oh shit. Sorry. Okay, yeah, I'll keep where I just kind of need to start. Like, all I have is my dagger, and I'm just like chipping at like a railing because I like.
Next gonna go up to Talland and he's gonna go, mate,
Yeah.
you look like shit and you're useless. Go sleep.
Okay. I'm just gonna like
Gonna push you
get
in
my little
like-
spot I had under the stairs.
No, the captain's
Harry
what is
Potter?
Oh, sorry. And like kind of like do that thing where you like pee in a weird spot off the side of the deck for a second. All right, guys, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll see you soon.
I'm sorry, is that something you do often?
It's like
nice dick, Talland.
good night.
Awfully specific there.
I imagine that after he pees, like his belt is still undone as he's walking in.
Oh yeah, yep.
It's like his pants are barely on.
Out of it.
Perfect. All right. So with the help of Zasaria and everybody else, it looks like the rest of the crew that was de-icing before you guys started to like come in. It looks like Etrian, Max, like like everybody is just exhausted.
Dotty dotty, everybody.
Everybody's like, wait, we could sail? Okay, cool. And then the whole just they just shuffle down to go get some sleep. Heavy Neck is going to claim to be captain, so he'll take the wheel to try and sail through the night. Does anybody want to stay up with him, or is everyone resting?
Oh, Shield's feeling good. She's doing push-ups.
Oh, God, loves the cold.
Yeah, she loves the cold.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So if no one else wants to do anything, you guys
Gather
are
up my little fire kitten and go to sleep.
you guys are all able to bed down for the evening.
I'm
Um,
definitely curling up with Zess and her fire spirits.
Yeah. And the second you do that, you see a bunch of heads poke over the bunks and go, yo, can I get a hit? And because of that, it just becomes this cuddled donut around your fire
like
spirit of
that,
everyone just like keeping
yes.
warm.
You have like
Legs
fire
are
cat
covered
and then a
in-
couple of other cats that just like
Yeah,
cuddle,
everyone's
cuddle.
just like, oh, thank God for this.
Yes.
cuddle orgy.
Yeah.
Cuddle puddle.
And that is actually a fairly comfortable sleep for everybody.
Nice.
You guys all wake up, and it looks like Heavy Neck is barely making it through, but he is still awake. And it looks like you guys are. The landscape has changed a bit. There are much more little bite targets out in the water for you.
Nice.
It looks
We
like
that.
it looks like a lot. Some of these ice sheets are actually like huge ice sheets that must have been broken off from the mainland.
Mm.
Which, speaking of, if you look to your left, the water goes on for a time, and then it looks like there's like a sheet of ice, and not but like has to be a couple miles out. It looks like there's almost a natural like mountain dune that sits almost like a bowl on the entire left edge of like on the entire coast that you're looking at. Sheila, could you please inform everybody of where we are? This is indicative of the eastern ice shelves of someplace you do remember from like your childhood.
Sheila's just gonna go up to the deck and just like take a big deep breath in.
It is cold and it is fresh.
And then look down at Heavy Neck and be like, do you feel that wind?
He's sitting there. Yeah, I fucking feel it. It's fucking cold.
Well, like, welcome to the white winds, Heavy. We're home.
This can't be home. He just sits there like he's already gotten his little fur coat that he had from Iceport. But so this is a little bit part of the next journey. So can I have everybody's passive perceptions?
Yes.
17.
Okay.
20.
All right.
15.
Okay. So
14. Low.
now begins a little bit of your downtime. What would you guys be doing during the day? Like as you are crushing through this icy little landscape.
Shooting fucking ice shelves and stuff.
Okay. Talon, Heavy Neck has respectively given you the wheel for the time being as he goes and passes out to try and get some sort of sleep.
Yeah, understood. Hey, Heavy Neck, you've been up far too long, man, and I just slept for 15 hours, so you should get some sleep.
Yeah, I've been up for a long time.
Hey, sorry for peeing on the deck there.
I don't care. Shut up.
Okay.
He just walks down. Hold on. As he gets to the top of the stairs. He grabs the railing, slips out of his hands, and you just hear him, and then his ass just as he just slams all the way down, and you just hear, like the chain starts to like follow as it like drops off of the first step. He's like, somebody de-ice those fucking stairs. And then he just turns to
Yeah,
his
on
captain's
it,
quarters,
boss.
and
And
then
I'm just gonna go
opens the
send
door.
my kid in to do it.
All right. He just Heavy Neck slips a little bit and then makes his way and gets into the captain's quarters to pass out for the next probably, let's call it 10 hours. So what are you guys all doing for the first night? Or for the first day, sorry.
Yeah, probably trying to keep us not from smashing into giant ice shelves.
Yeah. There's like a natural gradient. So like, as long as you can keep to the outer edge,
I think I would even go a little farther, like as long as I'm not risking anything, I don't see any crazy animals or anything in my way, I would keep it probably more. I'm nervous about smashing this boat on a ship or on a
okay. So
ice.
So you want to move it where?
I mean, I'm just saying, you said there's like a gradient, right? You said like there's a hard ice shelf to our left,
yeah,
right?
as you
Like
get
a dune,
further
and then it
towards
like
the land.
there's like larger ice pieces and then
Yeah.
smaller ice. I would
Okay.
just like, just come out, so there's less giant ice pieces. I would still keep it, because I know we're headed toward Loradis, right? I know he's kind of in this area. And I know as long as I keep this ice shelf to my left, I should eventually come across.
Yeah, you can pull out the map and you can see that as long as you follow the eastern ice shelf of White Wind, you can make your way to get
Make
to
it our way. So kind of keep it, eyesight, not eyesight.
All right, so roll a your water vehicle proficiency check. Because it's a little bit more steering than it is like navigating. If that makes any sense.
Dirty 20.
Ooh, look at you, Spicy. You do a very good job, and Little Bite's helping the shit by blasting everything in the front. And she does not stop, I assume. Just an endless laser light show. Zasaria and Sheila, what are you doing?
I think you're just using my various fire skills, like trying to like keep things defrosted and comfortable.
Okay.
Nobody gets too cold or
You're just gonna be everyone's personal space heater.
Yeah, like yeah, doing space heater work / defrosting work.
Awesome. All right. So I won't make a roll because that's just you kind of ambitantly walking around. But you do a fairly good job. It sucks because it is so cold where you are that when you de-ice, like if you remove 1 inch of ice, it's back the next hour because it's build up over
Hardened
time
up.
of like the ambient, like it's the moisture that clings to it. It's just it's a real shitty boat ride.
Every 20 minutes to half hour, you're gonna hear it from Tolly going, "My hands are frozen again. My hands are frozen again," as I forget to leave them from the wheel and have to get them unthawed.
Yeah.
Whew. Thank you.
Sheila, what are you doing?
Sheila is just pacing around, taking as much like ice off the boat as she can and just like throwing it overboard.
Okay.
And then like looking off into the coast and then like looking back and then staying busy and just keeps like she's just working out all day, basically.
All right, perfect. She's kind of just getting juice that she's in her little element.
Yeah, she's just like here.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's all sorts of emotions right now, you know.
Okay, so with all of your passive perceptions, as you guys bed down for the next evening, Heavy Neck regretfully wakes up and takes the night shift as you guys do your little changing of the guards. Little Bite, your passive perception as the pill, like the basically the cuddle donut starts to reform for the second night. There's shit. It's almost as if you can't tell because shit happens in your head all the time, but it's almost just a ambient sort of.
What? What?
Like
What is that?
It almost feels like there's a heavy breath coming from kind of around what, can you guys tell me where the cuddle donut is
On the ship.
on the below deck? Hold on, let me move
Yeah,
you
like
guys.
if there's like a large, like open-ish common area.
So if I move you guys to the water, if you guys are on the bottom below, where is the cuddle donut?
Probably like right here. Oh, yeah. I mean, that seems appropriate.
All right. So since it's in the middle, Little Bite, your paws and your upper torso are right over the trap door to get to the hull. And as you hear this whispering, you shift just to like get into a new position to just like crack your back a little bit. And as your ear scrapes right underneath, like right where the crack is on the trap door, you just get a little bit louder, and then it trails off again.
Hello? Can I like? I want to like perk up and like talk to like I'm talking to my weapon and be like, "Is that you?"
Nothing.
Okay, maybe it's not you. Is it somebody like you?
Nothing.
Okay, we're going in. I'm just gonna open the door.
Okay, so you have to like push M all the way off of it, but you're able to
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Just go back to sleep. I'm sorry.
just slide right underneath it into the hole, and the door completely closes on top of you. Roll a perception check. You have dark vision, right?
I do.
Okay.
Perception.
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 14.
All right. There is. You don't know if this is the right amount of ice, but there is ice that looks like it's built up in the hole that maybe, I don't know where it came from. It's seeped in or drained in from something. And there are little clusters of ice that is clumped up to the back of the hole. And with a 14, I'll say that because of the audible aspect of this, you get closer and closer to the back towards the rear of the ship. And then as you get towards the very rear and you look in the back left corner, you can see that there is ice that it doesn't look, it's clear and it gives it could be ice, but the way that it's broken and fractured and shattered is unnatural. There's no really rhyme or reason to it. Like sometimes it has a step, other times it like spirals up out of it. It just looks a little bit unnatural is the best kind of word for it. And as you get closer to it, it looks like it's probably about like a 1 foot like triangle in the back corner. But as you get closer, the voice, the whisper or like the breathing gets louder and louder. And
Is
as
it
you get
saying anything that I can identify?
no, it's just you just pick up a and it almost seems like it's a breath because it's very rhythmic.
Hello?
Nothing.
Hello? Breathy ice thing. Are you alive? Can I like go up and touch it?
You can.
I just want to like tap on it with a claw.
As you tap on it with
Like
your
I'm
claw,
knocking on a door.
could you make a wisdom save?
Yes.
You have to beat a 14.
Okay. 22.
As your claw comes into contact with the ice, it reacts to you, and the ice starts to like almost grab onto your claw, and you instinctively pull it away and retract. And when it breaks off, it's just this little tiny bit of snow and then drifts off into nothing. But there's this little peak that has been broken of where it tried to grab you.
I want to manifest my weapon.
Okay.
So I just want to like jump back a little bit and be like, "Whoop-ah," and, like
okay.
manifest it.
What does that look like?
So I basically sort of pull it. It's usually it's like a motion from behind my head where I'm like pulling it from the ether, and it just like the best way to describe it is like the fireworks that explode and then they do the ksh, and they like fizzle out.
Nice.
It's like that, but it manifests my weapon.
Best way to describe that was dope.
Yeah. Cool. Nice.
So
as you pull your weapon from the ether in a flourish of all of this visualizations, just you just hear what now?
So
What about you awake? Everything okay?
Stay right here. You're just gonna stay right here, and I'm gonna be right back. And I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna be like, only I'm gonna be like knocking my hammer on the ceiling to be like, hey.
You guys see
hey.
you can see M's head bounce off of the wood and just what? And then she opens the door.
Hey, I need your help. I need somebody's help. I don't really know what this is, but I touched it, and things I probably shouldn't have touched. Can someone just come down here, please?
Little boy, you need a hand with something?
I'm not
Yeah,
touching anything
like
you
2
touch.
hands, maybe 5. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That
smack
sounds like-
this.
That sounds like a you problem. And then M just like rolls over.
I'm gonna smack Zess and be like, Zess, come on. Your friend's in trouble. I'm gonna head downstairs.
Oh God.
Okay, so I'm swear I'm not crazy most of the time, but this is gonna come out really weird, and I need you to stick with me all the way through. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm listening.
There's some ice down here that's talking to me.
What?
There's
Okay,
some ice. There's some ice that's down here that's talking to me.
Yeah, we
Ice doesn't talk.
defrosted everything, and
No, you
I think
didn't.
You're
You missed
losing it
some.
again.
You definitely missed some, and it's
Ice-
definitely talking, and it wants to hug me, and I'm not sure that's something I want.
Zess, you're gonna have to pull your little fire thing away from that donut circle.
Uh,
We should probably have that down here for dealing with ice.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, there must have been some kind of leak or
Oh.
something, or
Little boy, stop moaning. I can't hear you when you moan over when you talk.
I'm sorry. There's just maybe you missed some ice. You're doing a great job doing the ice de-icing. You're a
Oh.
good de-icer, but there's
All right,
some
let's check out
active
this.
ice. down
Check
here.
out this talking ice.
Okay.
Like a
yep.
live ice. It's really hard to explain. I swear.
I'm
Sounds
following
like-
you. If you're showing me, I'm following you.
What did it say to you?
Nothing yet. It's breathing at me.
Then how do
okay?
you know it's talking?
Because it's breathing. Do you know any breathing ice?
I'm gonna go downstairs and just be like, "Hello, ice."
Okay, don't touch it. Don't touch it.
As you approach,
Ice.
little bite, it has grown in size already.
Ah, shit. What? I left for 2 minutes. What happened? You were
What?
not this big before.
It
What?
just seems like it's breathing still.
Zest,
Do
go
you
set
see
your
that?
fire thing at
Do
it.
you see that? Do you see it's breathing? Do you hear it's breathing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Do I hear it breathing?
All right.
My wildfire spirit. I'm going to use the flame seed
Okay.
feature.
And what does that
It
look
is-
like? And what does it do?
So like, basically, like the little like fire can just kind of like hiss at it, and it just kind of like emits like this like little burst of flame.
Okay, so it's got a little mini like
Firebolt.
dragon breath.
Yes.
That's adorable.
So it like
But it's a 17 to hit.
perfect. As your flame first, as your wildfire spirit approaches, you notice that the ice that it's walking past melts rather quickly within proximity to your spirit. But as your spirit gets, how close does it get?
I mean, how
Melee
close
attack?
are we to?
Does it need to touch it?
No, it's a ranged attack.
Okay, so what's the range then?
It's up to 60 feet. So
60? Oh, okay, yeah. So I mean, how close do
Jesus.
you guys get?
I want to get like within weapons
was-
distance.
Yeah, I was close. I was like within 10 feet, kind of being
yeah, I
like,
mean, I feel like it's not a very big room.
No, it's not. I'm just clarifying to make sure because like this
I'll
ice.
put myself. Where is it? Put it. Can you mark it on the map? I'll move my player to it.
Hold on. I will. I'll draw it really quick.
I'll tell you exactly where I am. Guys, we got to get some t-shirts to sell. Maybe some dinosaur print.
Yeah. Okay, so this
Apparently,
is.
I need to buy a solid color shirt.
No.
We just need a solid shirt, just not a black one, unfortunately. So
I'm gonna
guys-
agree sure this
I need
is
a solid
Sheila.
shirt that's not black that doesn't exist in my wardrobe.
I know that's what I was saying. So
Yeah.
if you guys go to the below deck,
That's where I am.
yeah. So I mean that's quick. That's close enough so that you do pick up that this ice doesn't melt as this thing gets close to it, and with your fire breath, how much damage does it do?
It does 10.
Ooh, nice. All right. So with 10 points of damage, you watch as this thing shrinks all the way down and then has basically a tiny little corner in the very bottom, but you can see that it's still kind of there, and that the voice, or not the voice, the breathing is now very light. It's almost like a whisper now.
Does seem to do some decent damage to it. Do we want to find out, or should we just have her do that again?
I mean, can I? Is there anything in this area that I could sort of pick up and use as a container?
Hey, I got something in my my tool belt, and I
Yeah?
like
What do you
move my
got?
single hands-free pocket that I keep around my waist. And unzip it. Pull out a little vial.
Will it fit in the vial?
Do you try to pull it off?
Well, I just want to see, like, in comparison, like, based on
It's-
how big it is versus
the amount of space that it's taking up in that corner is reduced to that so far.
I kind of assumed I had like a pint-sized mason jar.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could. I mean, if you want to try and pull it off,
Yeah.
how are you gonna do that?
I'm gonna go over to it and I'm gonna do what I.
Wait, wait,
do.
wait, 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 wait! Before
Why
you do
bad?
that,
Why bad? Why bad?
I just want to say I believe in you.
That's really inspiring.
I don't.
Thank
It
you.
doesn't do anything. I just want to let you know that.
Oh, okay. Well, if this kills
Is-
me, just know
Is
that
that
I
like
would
some
love to.
shit that you learned from Zilch? Like you just think you can just say like
I thought so. It works for him. Anyway. I don't know. Good luck.
So
I think
I'm
this is a
so
real.
sorry. They're. I have dueling cats in my room. I'm so sorry.
yes.
So like kind of like the ship.
Yeah.
So
I
if I
like it too.
die, if this thing kills me, I would love to have a commemorative plaque on the ship. Is that acceptable?
Take this. I'm just gonna tie my 50. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't care. Heavy neck can fuck off. I'll do whatever I want.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the 50 feet of heaven rug I have and tie it around your waist and kind of stand back an extra 5 feet. Hey, Cesaria, how about you get that thing ready to attack in case this thing starts doing something crazy? Well, that way it can pull you back if it tries to suck you in or something.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
this is great.
yeah. If the talking ice starts to suck her in, I
Listen,
think you're
it made
going
me all
crazy.
nervous now because it shrunk and I heard it breathe.
See? Breathing
I
ice.
think I think you're starting to lose it too.
Well,
Breathing
just
ice.
have that thing ready to blow some more fire.
Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yep. Sheila. I think they're losing it.
Sheila's been up above deck this whole time.
Yeah, Sheila's still sleeping as far as she has a whole bed to herself.
All right, little bite.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna scoop it up like I do when I have a spider in the house. I'm just gonna stick it against the side of the thing and like shake it in there.
Okay, so as you approach and get closer with your passive perception, you notice that the little corner that it's taken up, it looks like it's dug into the wood of this joint. And then the further you look up the edge, you can see that there's like a blue faint line that follows, and it looks like the ice may be inside that post, because as you go to grab it,
Oh.
it like does not move. Like if you had to like try and chip it off if you want anything, but like if you just try to like pull it off, it's not like a
Yeah.
little pebble.
Oh, okay.
In the wood.
It looks like it's in the wood.
Okay, so plan B. So this
What's
isn't
plan
gonna
B?
work. Plan B is more fire. Or
Okay. I'm
we
gonna
could
go
take
get
the-
Sheila.
take
Do
the
you think we
ship
need some
apart?
muscle for this?
No, you think we could take the ship apart?
While it's sailing.
No, we're not taking the ship apart.
Oh, okay. I'm just throwing out options. I
No,
don't
this
know.
is, you realize that this part of the ship is underwater, right?
Yeah, no, I'm saying that it might be problematic, but it's an option.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Problematic?
if that's the
Wait,
most viable option.
When you have
I'm just
another
saying,
ship
we
in
have
your pocket or
options.
something?
I might.
does.
Yeah, I do actually.
She does.
What do you? Anyway,
Doesn't she have
that
magic
doesn't
boat?
make any sense.
I
All right,
do.
I'm gonna go get Sheila and see what she thinks. I'm gonna storm off and go upstairs looking for Sheila.
I'm just gonna kind of like, I'm just watching this. I have no idea how to process any of this right now.
Okay.
Sheila, that's right.
Olin, what's going on?
Little boy wants to dismantle the ship underwater.
Like what?
Yeah, just come on. I'm just gonna turn around and start walking back downstairs.
Colin, did you tell him? Did you tell her about the talking ice?
As we're walking down, I want to mention, be like, so yeah, I guess
Wait, question. Did anybody stay down with the ice?
I did.
You guys did notice that it was visibly growing, like if you stared at it, like little
Yeah.
little grains almost like just build up, and then it's almost like it's like you're watching a mold time lapse as it just starts to like grow out a little bit, and it's now half the size of when you found it.
Can I cast green flame blade on my weapon?
Yes.
Only it's red. It's
Okay. Red flame
blade.
blade.
Yeah.
Red flame blade.
Blade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I just want to
Cool.
be like, hey,
So-
stop it. No.
are we back down? So as we're walking, I'm like, Sheila, so there's an ice that was breathing at me and it's in the wood.
Like inside the wood.
Dude, just come on. I'm like still walking. Stop asking questions. I'll show you. As we get down, I'm gonna be like, look for yourself. Look.
Colin, it's bigger.
Oh my God. That's time and a half plus what it was when I left.
Well,
Has
yeah.
it been growing this whole time, little bite?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. When I left and I came back and it was bigger, that wasn't the size I left it when I left.
Have you shot at this area again?
Uh, not really. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, back up. Let's bring this back down to where we were. Let's like all back up.
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna do it again?
So that is a 21.
That hits. Don't worry, it's not. You almost just need to roll damage because it's a
For
station.
7 damage.
All right, so as you burn through this thing, you watch as it almost completely evaporates, and then it disappears, and then the wood starts burning, and you start to do damage to the ship.
Oh,
And-
put out.
And you've just now eaten a little bit into like the side wood paneling and a little bit of that pillar. And you can see that like as you look in, the damage that you've done like has like removed it, but you're also destroying part of the ship now.
Sheila's just gonna come up because she now knows it's like kind of burnt. But she's gonna look and she's gonna, God damn, I know I should have not got this manicure. But she's gonna start scraping away some of the burnt
Yeah. I'm gonna help put it out too.
charcoal
Yeah.
just to see what's going on.
Okay, as you like pull and wipe away, the soot leaves behind black, but there's these very clear blue veins of frost. As you touch it, as your hand brushes over it, roll a wisdom save.
See?
18.
Woohoo.
Nice.
So maybe just because you're doing it fast and you're a little bit too strong, you can feel your hand stick to the wood, and then a little bit of frost builds up. And when you break your hand away, it's almost like LeBron James and like chalk is now falling off of your hand, and you're like, shit. And then there's this little tiny line of frost from where it tried to stick you.
What the hell is that?
Oh, not
Talking
good.
ice, man. Talking ice. Telling you, I don't know what this is. I don't even know where we are. Is talking ice normal here? Do we need to talk to all of the ice while we're here? There's a lot of ice.
Listen,
So,
I've never been here before.
So
What are we
what do
dealing
we
with?
do? Are we gonna cut it out or are we just gonna chop
It doesn't
it
seem
up?
like cutting it out seems to do anything. We burn out
Are
the
we
ship.
we're gonna have to take the ship apart.
See?
No, that's not an answer.
Sheila, I never thought
I
we'd
know it's
see
not.
eye to
I know
eye.
it's not an answer, but we're gonna have to. Someone's gonna have to be
All right,
down here
all right,
constantly
all right,
chipping at it.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do. All right, little bite. You stay here. This is sorry. Keep an eye on this ice. Don't burn the ship. Make sure it stays within check. Me and Sheila are gonna check this rest of the ship and make sure that there's not more of this shit anywhere else in this ship. Okay, I can't. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Deal?
Yeah. Yep.
And don't touch it.
Don't touch the ice.
Yeah, don't touch it. Don't touch
Right.
it.
So we're gonna go take a lap and see if we can make sure that it's not
All right.
spreading.
Cool. So as you guys go to do that, please roll. You can either roll one perception check or one with advantage. I don't care.
I don't know. I guess we could both roll.
It's up to you guys.
Let's both roll, Sheila.
18.
7.
Okay, so the 18 will do it. The 7.
Wait, did you roll with advantage?
I didn't think I did. Let me just search.
No, that's fine.
You
You could take
rolled,
it.
no, you rolled an 11. Your 18 was from before, no? That was for the save.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was 11. Sorry.
All right. So as
I'm gonna
you-
use my Tides of Chaos.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna make you immediately roll. So
23.
Dang.
yes. All right. So using your Tides of Chaos, can you
Heck.
please run your wild magic table?
For sure.
You're kind of panicked as you're like, I don't know what ice is what. It kind of look all the same. What's the fuck? And you're like, you know what? I can do this. And you pull yourself and you feel that anxiety build up and you just swallow it whole. And then what do you get as you for your
Hold on.
tide?
Oh, hopefully nothing bad.
Fireball. Fireball's like low.
You regain your lowest
Hey,
expended spell slot.
Nice.
look at you. Maybe use one.
And it needs one.
All right, but anyways, a 23 is definitely enough to be able to find the rest of this little infestation. as you travel around the front, you go, hey, like, can't find anything, you can't see anything, no weird ice. But then as you get to the back and you look at that pillar where it would be connected to the bottom, you can see that there is a good 3 feet just built up of this weird looking ice spread up, like starting to spread onto the like outer wood boards. Like it almost creates like it's like a 4-foot diamond at its widest and then 3 foot high.
Is this
So,
near the
like,
rudder?
it's off on the right side of the ship, but it looks like if you let it sit for maybe like
It's gonna go farther.
yeah,
All right.
Like it's encroaching to the rudder?
yeah,
Sheila.
it looks like it's spreading off the back corner.
See if you can knock some of that ice off. I'm gonna go let the girls know what's going on.
Let me draw it for you as
I'm gonna run back downstairs and see what they've been doing.
okay. So if you look on the top view, this is what it looks like from there. Then the bottom view is here with a little bit on the edge there. So that's kind of loosely what you're looking at. So Talon, you're gonna go down and see what the cats are up to.
Yeah.
Okay, cats, what have you been up to for the past 5-10 minutes?
Keeping
Besides
the ice,
watching
yeah.
the ice get bigger.
Yeah, I think just like periodically trying to like keep it in.
Yeah, so
check.
she's continuously casting the ice, the
Yes.
fire thing, then I would be actively trying to put it out.
Okay, cool. So it's like you're gonna do like a tag team fire.
Yeah,
fire
like
squad.
yeah, making
Yeah.
fire, putting out fire. Like-
Perfect. I never thought I'd be proud of you guys.
Well,
But
I
thank
don't
you for looking after
I
the
wanted
ship.
to take the ship apart. So
Oh well, you know, day's not over. So as you guys are able with that fire to be able to, well, give me 3 damage rolls. And if you like roll more than 8 on both of them, you're gonna do a little bit more damage to the ship than you want. Yeah. So Zasaria, like the first one, you're like, yeah, good, you're controlled, and then it's like, and then just lets this huge wave of fire and Little Bite, you're like, oh shit, and
I
you
have
can
like
see
a blanket, like no.
yeah, we're like
as you wipe away, Little Bite, your hand wipes, and you can just see little droplets of water start to drip from one of the bottom planks,
Oh shit.
just a little bit.
I
And then
don't actually run downstairs. I
like
just cast
rushing,
message.
but you can just see like water is just like a stream is starting to come out of one of the bottom floorboards.
Hold on,
Uh,
hold on.
I'm gonna like pull out like a handful of like catnip or something and try to like pack it in.
I was gonna
Catnip?
say, do you have
Okay.
a candle? Do you have a candle? I need a candle.
No, I don't usually carry around candles because I can just make fire.
Well, I need a candle. We can patch it. We can patch it with the herbs, and I need wax.
Okay, I'm gonna run into. Is this over here on this table? Is this a candle here or something?
Yeah,
Sure.
that's
We're
right.
gonna grab something. I'm gonna bring it back to try to do some patching.
All right, so quickly roll an investigation check to see if you can find, because you do not seem like you know where this is. 13. All right. So as you're rummaging through, you can just hear like M, maybe because of the concussion that she got, is still up. And as you're like rummaging through, a hand just comes up with an unlit candle. Did you need this?
Yeah. Yep.
He chucks it at you.
No problems. Everything's going great.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Your guys are below deck, so you have to go out of the hole and then come up and ask. So you push open and then you just see this hand come up from underneath from above and just hand you this candle, and then boom, slams back down. But now you have a candle.
Yep. Thanks.
Let's fix it. Let's fix it. Let's fix it. Fix it.
Yeah.
Fix it. Fix it.
Oh, yeah.
Like hold it over the like flame cat and like melt it, and like put the wax like on the hole or whatever is like starting to crack.
Yeah, no, you absolutely can. Roll me a survival check. Actually, no, let's just go straight intelligence, because it's you trying to figure out the best placement for this.
Damn it.
How dare I make something realistic?
18.
That's still good. Perfect. You're
know.
actually like, you see where it's coming from. You're like, you just put the candle and shove it straight into where the seam is. And then you make it so that it just kind of mushes in there. And then however you melt it, you're able to just like push it and like perfectly make a nice little like seal.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
That board's definitely
Let's-
like damaged.
Yeah,
let's
we're gonna need
let's
to
like
fix that.
move
I
like a
have to
shelf
fix
or
that.
something in front of this, and Heavy won't even notice that we.
No, but see,
that
here's the problem. Because if the ship falls apart, it's gonna be on me because I'm the one who said I wanted to take the ship apart. So we can't do that.
Well, but if we like hide that we patched the ship,
Yeah, but they're
then-
gonna know we were down here blasting. We can't. I don't want to get in trouble.
we'll blame it on talking ice.
Do you guys say this loud? Because Tolland is coming, and this is
Yeah.
about the time where he.
So just a bit of a caveat. I don't think I would have came because I have message.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go.
So I would have just said,
So right
whenever,
about
but obviously this is happening while we're running on the ship. So
So
Well, I don't know what you want to do.
I don't know what we're supposed to do besides take the ship apart. Do
I-
we have like, is this an infestation? Is this like bugs but weirder because it's ice?
I don't know. I don't know about like
We have
ships.
weird bug ice infestation that wants to eat us.
I mean,
Don't touch it.
Should we find an adult?
No, there isn't any on this ship.
little bite. Me
No.
and Sheila have found that yeah, you guys got to come up here. There's a
What's
lot more
wrong?
ice on the outside.
There is an infestation.
Okay. You
We have a
you-
problem. We have a bug problem. We need an exterminator.
Yep.
Okay, so
Probably end up going upstairs because I don't want to fuck with this ice anymore.
all right. So as you guys get up and you find yourselves on top of the deck, Sheila, when you get up there and poke your head over and turn around, you're just gonna see Heavy Neck sitting there at the wheel. What the fuck are you doing?
You not know what's going on, Heavy Neck?
We're sailing to Loradis, obviously. Obviously.
Did you?
There's ice growing on the side of the back.
We'll break it off. We're in the middle of a freezing ocean. There's gonna be a lot of ice.
It's just also growing inside the boat in the bottom deck.
So what?
Like, I
Sheila,
don't-
can you hit this with your axe? You think? Here.
I'm gonna come screaming up to the top deck and be like, talking ice. Only it's gonna be an infernal. So it's just gonna be like
Heavy, do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? I'm gonna go break this ice now. See what I'm
is
saying?
going on? Oh, hold on. What the fuck? And he's a Heavy Neck will walk over to the railing and poke over and go, okay, somebody fucking talk up right now. What's going on?
Heavy Neck, no
ice.
chance you can let us walk on water, can you?
No.
Okay, well, Sheila, you want to tell him? I'm gonna turn back around and keep looking at the ice.
So apparently we have a infestation of ice
yeah.
that I think the cats probably brought in because they also had lice when we brought them in.
Well, we brought in a lot of things.
rude. I'm right here.
Please.
What does it
We
look
were
like?
trying to get rid of the ice,
Well, that's
Um,
good. Thank you.
and
Yeah.
we did a marvelous
Did a
job.
really good job downstairs.
So why can't you get rid of all of it?
Because it just
It might
go
be
away.
bad for the integrity of the ship.
Yeah,
It
we're trying to
might-
be mindful.
We
of the
might have to
environment.
actually remove boards, Heavy, to get this out.
Heavy Neck's gonna go over and look over the edge and go,
I mean, we just like burned down the whole thing.
Well, I mean,
no, and
we're-
yes, as he
we are
points to
concerned about the integrity of the ship.
well, fuck. Okay.
Here, I got an
We
idea.
could rip it out. We could
I
rip
got
it
an
out.
idea. I got an idea. I got this. Little bite, you still got that rope with you?
Yep, it's
That
like
tight-
tied around my waist.
Tie it around me. I make
Where-
myself
where
a
we
nice
going?
seat.
What are you
Sheila,
doing?
hold this rope. I'm gonna go down there and see if I can knock it off.
Don't. Mm-mm.
What?
That's.
Cullen,
I just-
you Careful, do,
That's-
do that. And
Listen,
you-
it'll be fine. I'm gonna like kind of hop up on the edge of the railing. Sheila, take the rope.
You really
yeah,
think
you
that's
take the rope.
a good idea? That water looks cold.
I don't know. Oh, all right. Better plan. Sheila, you tie this around the rope. Tie the rope around your waist. I'll hold it. You go down.
All right.
Okay, you guys do that. I'm gonna go find Zilch because we need to find a place to park this ship. And Heavy Neck will disappear down below deck.
Can I shoot an Eldritch Blast at the big chunk of ice that's visible up here that's alive?
You can. What's your plus to hit?
+6.
Okay. As you cast your Eldritch Blast, right before the impact, you watch as the ice refracts all of that red light and lights up almost like a traffic light. And then the Eldritch Blast gets ricocheted off and disappears into the distance. The ice completely unchanged.
Sheila's gonna come up to the railing and she's gonna take the rope and tie like a huge knot on the railing and then tie a huge knot on her waist and hold all the slack in her arm.
And I'm gonna
on
go to the edge
on
too.
railing, and then she's just gonna bend down, like just
Okay.
horizontal,
All right.
using the rope so she can start.
So as you do this, roll a
Acrobatics.
No. I want to see how good your knot is. Roll an intelligence check to see how well you do these knots. Because they're important.
20.
Wow.
Those bitch came to play. Awesome. So yeah, you roll the fucking sickest knots this side of fucking White Wind. And you were able to lower Tolland to the ice. Now, as you're doing this, Tolland, I'm assuming you are making sure not to touch the ice, correct?
Oh no, I thought Sheila was going down. now.
Sheila
Oh,
used
Sheila's
her own
going
strength.
down.
No, yeah,
to
they talked me
down.
out of it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to put my crossbow over the edge or my short bow over the edge just to give him cover in case
She's
something happens.
walking, rappelling down.
Okay, so both of your hands are engaged though with the rope. Or no, it's tied around your-
One has the rope over her shoulder like this, and it's knotted against the railing, and then she's got her sword in the other hand.
Okay, perfect. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What a visual. The boat starts to lean a little bit.
Yeah.
Wait. All right. So as you get and roll a dex save to try and get your footing because the boat is still covered in ice. You have to beat an 18.
7.
You guys all watch Sheila rappel down with her sword, and then she slips, and then bare ass hits the fucking hull, and both feet slam against this ice. Can you make just one wisdom save? This time it's going to be a 16.
8.
Your feet slam into it, and you watch chunks of it sort of like move with the impact, but then the ice almost instantly starts to encase both of your ankles, and you are now restrained. And from like basically from the toes up to like right above your ankle, you are now like frozen and stuck in this ice.
I'm gonna shoot the ice.
With
My short bow that I had.
okay, so roll to hit. Well, what's your
If I see it like encase him, I'm gonna be like Sheila and just
Okay.
instinctively
let
like,
loose, the arrow just ricochets off and then falls into the water.
no change.
No change.
Not good.
Sheila's gonna take her sword. She's gonna rotate it to the flat side, so she
Okay.
can just slam it as hard as she can
Okay.
without cutting her foot.
This is just a regular greatsword, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to slam into it. It sort of like there is an impact and little chunks fly off, but it quickly it almost like inflates from the impact that you just left.
Shit. Zess, we're gonna need some melting here.
You are resistant to cold, are you not?
Yes.
Okay, you're going to be taking 1 point of cold damage for every minute you are encased in this.
Okay.
Sheila, you okay?
You're like, that kind of stings.
It's a little stingy right now, guys.
You need a hand? Hold on. I'm gonna just jump down under her shoulders.
Okay, roll an acrobatics check.
Yeah, without no problem. Can do.
Woo-hoo! Using the rope, you slide down and just like collide right onto her shoulders, and you're kind of like nestled on her trap.
Can I
Now
get a
what?
better look at what this ice is?
Okay, so roll an Arcana. What are you specifically looking for?
Like, is there a way to stop it, kill it? Is it alive? Is it growing? Is there a heart?
Roll an Arcana check.
Oh yeah, that's Talon is known for his Arcana.
It's not going to be that 30, huh?
16 though, which is
That's
good.
pretty good. Back in the day, you've actually you've ran with a few sailors that are from Octheon, and you actually have heard of one drunk story that some guy told you about an ice that basically was he drunkenly called it evil ice, and that it was the only way that they kind of solved that problem was they had a holy guy with them. And he just put holy water on it, and it basically staved off the infestation.
Ooh, I'm gonna
but that's really all you remember.
Yeah, so I'm gonna kind of take Sheila and be pulling at one of her legs and look up at the cats and be like, I think it's not. Can you guys tell if this thing's evil? I remember this stuff being evil.
Evil.
I'm not really a good judge of that.
Um,
I don't know.
Can you just hit it with something not evil and see what happens?
Maybe.
I'm at this point using my dagger. I'm not touching the ice. I'm just trying to chip away at Sheila's legs.
Okay. You notice that if it's just a regular dagger, it's not doing much. You're the most you're doing is
Sheila
moving a little bit, and then it's you're having to move to some place because you get frustrated.
Sheila, I just keep saying that as I'm right at your face.
Can I have someone get my +1 great axe over to me real quick?
Sure. As you call out to be hey, somebody get my fucking axe, you can see that Heavy Neck has returned to the captain's steering wheel with Zilch, and you can hear him just mate, go up, find me someplace to fucking land, because we gotta fucking deal with this knot in the fucking water. And Zilch just oh, you owe me, and just take a huge drag of a joint, and then disappears, and he'll be gone for the next couple minutes. And Heavy Neck looks, goes, how's it going? I'm not carrying that thing. Somebody else get it. So I'm assuming one of you guys goes to get it.
You didn't have your great axe on you?
No.
I just have my great sword on me.
He just pulled it. Yeah.
I'm so at this point I'm gonna be like, Zarya, hand me my pouch I left up there. You're muted.
Why are you muted?
You're still muted.
Still muted.
Yep.
There it is.
I'm gonna run and grab him his shit.
I got a torch in my bag too. Throw me the torch. Throw me a torch or something.
Yep. Going to just
all right. So you hand him his things. You have a lit torch and your great axe now. Now what?
It's something like evil eyes. I'm gonna shout up to everybody. Zilch, do something holy. Oh, he's gone. Damn it. Still melting.
Have you
starting to
asked
grow.
Eldaf? Zilch would ask Eldaf.
Well, you take 2 more points of cold damage as the ice is starting to grow further up your shin. Almost drawn to you. It's not growing more on the boat. It's concentrating on you now.
And Sheila's starting to get that heebie-jeebies look when someone touches her butt unexpectedly. Yeah. And she starts to take her axe and she's going.
All right. So the second the first hit goes, you feel that you go right between your ankles, and your legs shatter open. So now your legs are free. I'm assuming you're gonna try do an acrobatics check to try and hold your legs so that they're not touching the ice as you finally settle from the impact.
9.
Come on.
Almond's back too, man. I'm on his side.
Talon, roll a dexterity save for me if you're up there. I'll say you have advantage because you're holding on to the rope.
No, are you sure? I'll just take a straight save.
You have to beat a 13. You're fine. Yeah. So
I want to know. Yeah. All right. Same both times.
Yeah. So don't worry. You're fine. So you're fine from the impact. You're like held on the ropes, like in the your elbow like pit. Sheila, you slip again, and you try to like split it, but then your legs fall down, and now it's wrapped again around your legs, and now your legs are like V'd out, but you're still stuck in the ice. And take another additional 1 point of cold damage.
This wouldn't be the first time I'm in this position. And it won't be the last. She's just gonna take the axe and split it
like
again.
little fire kitten, like kind of like run around like her ankles and see if that like helps to like unstick her.
Does your fire thing fly?
Oh, is she like somehow like in the air?
No, Sheila's
we're hanging off the boat.
We're hanging off the boat. I'm trying to use a torch to get her feet.
Sheila's hanging over the edge, so your fire thing would have to come and walk on the wall, like the wall.
Oh yeah, I don't know if it's quite that.
Well, now that Sheila knows that axe is sensitive to that ice, she's gonna just be more.
Oh no, it does have a
particular
flying
about
speed.
Oh, it does.
Ooh.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, cool. So with that, as with Sheila's slamming of the axe and your Spitfire being able to fly, basically,
Colin's torch.
Sheila, roll me a athletics check, because I'm assuming you're gonna try. The second that the ice comes, you're just gonna try and pull yourself back up onto the deck.
16.
You pull yourself up, but your belt gets caught, and you're basically bare ass falls out of your tunic and onto the ice, and you start sliding down, and your belt is basically just hanging off of the railing as you're now just like, you only got your top like hanging up.
I'm going like, whoa!
Sheila, you make yourself decent.
She's just gonna get off the ground next to Dolan, because I'm assuming he came along for the ride.
The whole ride, man.
Oh
Just like clutching my torch.
Now he's seen the whole ride.
Yeah. Perfect.
Oh yeah, I think we've all seen more than we bargained for this trip.
So she's just gonna get up, not say anything, and just go up and grab her belt and just slam it back on.
As you pull to get your tunic off the railing, it comes up, and it's just that frozen shape of where it draped over. So you have to basically like break it open and then be able to put it back on. But as you do, and the ice like shatters across the deck, you guys hear the not superhero landing, but still a little bit dramatic. And you look over to see a fully ice-cold Zilch, just horns to hooves, completely covered in ice. Looks at Heavy and goes, "There's an alcove if you just go a couple miles over there. I'm not telling you anymore, and I'm going to fucking bed." And he basically just clops his way down, like flies.
Wait, Zilch, we need you. Zilch,
He stopped midair and goes, "What?
can I borrow your holy symbol?
What are you gonna do with it?"
I don't know, do holy stuff.
Ask Eldaf to help.
Ask Eldaf to help us.
Zilch is gonna fly up, and he's gonna put his hand on your shoulder and go, "Eldeth is always with us," and then flies back. And then
No, I need the symbol.
Guidance.
It's a symbol thing, right?
It has guidance on you, and then just fly back.
I don't actually want her to pay attention to me. One is enough. I'm sorry.
I take my torch and drop it off the side to see if it does anything to the ice.
As it flies for like past the ice, you can see that if it's just regular fire, it clinks off and doesn't do anything. This ice seems to be affected by very specific things, and unfortunately, regular fire isn't going to do it.
Regular fire, regular magic ain't gonna cut it. We need fire, like fire magic.
Fire magic.
And holy magic, which none of us have.
As the boat starts to lurch to the left, you guys are now making your way further inland. Hey, little boy.
Yo, what's up?
I need you to break up the ice as we get up. There's not a clear path for the ship.
You got it. You got it, boss. Let's go. Because this is going to be a way more effective use of my skill.
All right. So with that, I will say that this is the perfect time as the boat starts to, we can take a break. We'll figure out what we want to do as we're making our way towards wherever the boat's going to land.
Good, because I have
And
to pee.
to the soothing blasts of Eldridge as Little Bite clears the way for the boat. So with that,
Stay
we'll go to
tuned.
break. Yeah, thank you guys.
Follow us, like and share.
RB.
And welcome back, guys. We are still in the frozen, like icy waters around White Wind. Our crew is attempting to figure out how to diagnose the ice disease that is now infesting the ship. So with Eldritch Blast clearing the way, you guys get to basically where it starts to get fairly shallow. And as you guys finally feel the
Is it ice that we're getting on, or is it land?
no, you're breaking through the ice because of Little Bite. She's making a path for you, but you guys are finally hearing the lurching of finally hitting solid land. But the boat doesn't go very doesn't go very far. Gets halfway up onto the just like rock solid beach, and Heavy Neck looks at everyone and goes, "All right, so
We're gonna have to wait till the tide goes out till we can actually do some repairs. I think Heavy Neck.
yeah, is there any way we can like turn the ship around to maybe like get it like an advantageous angle?"
Well, the idea, I think we should park it where we think it's gonna, park it at high tide, that facing out, and then wait till the tide goes out, and then that'll give us 12 hours to do some repairs, and then when the tide comes back in, we're the fuck out of here.
All right, so we'll get up there and then we'll position it so that it's furthest away from the tide, so it gives us the most time, and then we'll go from there.
We're
All
gonna
right.
roll it.
Let's say Tolland, or you guys could just do like a group coordinated effort to try and
Yeah.
make sure everything goes according to plan.
We can all roll.
Yeah, so just roll a let's just roll a hold on, I need to pull up my skills. Yeah, let's just all make a group survival check.
Survival. Yo, I think I'm gonna take my next
Good.
level.
Pass.
Oh, that's what
Nice. So is that everybody? Sheila, did you roll?
Yeah, 23.
Oh, dude, gorgeous. All right. So with your guys' coordination, you're able to pull the ship up during high tide. And actually, Sheila, you get out and you're like, fuck it. And you actually push the tail end of the ship where it's not touching the ice. And you actually push it so that you actually like, it might actually avoid the tide altogether where it is currently. So it seems like you guys put into like just a perfect spot to work on the opposite end of the ship. Everyone goes, well, all right. First off, we need wood. And
Heavy, first off, I thought you were gonna say thank you for deadlifting all the time, like I do.
no, Sheila, I really appreciate your quads and your traps. You do a great job at all the
I'm gonna look around the absolutely frozen tundra around us and be like, then we have some barrels we can tear apart.
Yeah, we do. So I think we should probably
Maybe take some wood from higher parts in the ship and put them to lower parts in the ship.
yeah. First we got to get it out.
Don't touch the other stuff. Just don't touch it.
That's fine.
Is the ice
So-
still there?
Oh, the ice is still absolutely there, and it's continuously growing larger. It's almost like
I assume this whole
Listen,
time
someone needs to break the ice and someone needs to get the wood so that it takes the least amount of wood to do this.
yeah. All right, so I think we should try and remove it first. So we should try so then we know how much wood we'll need.
Sheila's gonna take her great axe to just start trying to get huge slots of it off.
Careful.
Just go around the ice. Don't actually hit it. Like
Mhm.
just pull out the whole section. Fuck
Just
it.
like cut slivers of it out.
That's what I think it's the best course because I don't want to deal with like what if we don't remove all of it. So just go like a good 6 inches away from the ice line and just
Okay.
start hacking away.
That's what she's gonna do. And then when she gets closer, she'll just like take her axe head and just like start cutting out slivers.
Okay, so as you do this, can you please roll me a athletics check? Roll me 2 of them. because you'll do like one side and then the other side.
20,
Good. So you finish the right side off very well. The
16.
left side, you do a little bit sloppier of a job. You have to actually cut a little further in than you'd like. And so now but you watch as this thing lurches onto the sand. And then it looks like it's just continuously growing. And as it touches the sand, it looks like it's starting to spread across the stand.
Oh, shit. Guys,
Just burn it all. Fuck it.
burn it.
Just Sparky.
Ooh, where's
do your
the
thing.
where's the holy thing?
Zarya,
Where's the holy
Zarya, thing.
Oh, yeah, yep.
All right. So
Send the kitten over.
Sorry, you can roll a are you just having your fire bit do it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you roll me just 2 damage rolls? And if they're 8 or above, she makes quick work. And if they're below that, then it just takes a little bit longer. Good.
Ooh.
So it takes a moderate amount of time, but you watch as the fire starts to eat.
Oh, I thought those were your attack rolls.
No, those are the damage. So the fire starts to eat away at the ice, and then once it hits the wood almost like curls and melts, and then as it burns off, and then the ash is not black, it is white, and it like almost falls like snow. And then over the course of probably 15 to 20 minutes, your wildfire spirit is able to like basically quench the entire section of it. However, it is basically like a thin pile of ash. So there is now a fairly large hole sitting in the back of the ship.
It's fine.
Can you guys all roll an intelligence check?
At least we got the ice out.
We did such a good job to patch up the smaller hole.
Yeah, no, you
Well,
did great.
I think it's gonna work great for this one.
I think I know what my next
We're
cantrip.
gonna need a lot of candles.
That's fine. That's fine. Candles are cheap money. What are we
11.
rolling? What are we rolling?
An intelligence check, just as you're assessing this damage.
5.
Yeah.
She really is beauty in the brains.
Okay, so Little Bite, you definitely think that there's enough wood to repurpose to fix this hole that's already on the ship. It's easy. Who needs like all of those railings and all of the planks for the deck?
Yeah.
Like you could just do that. The rest of you who rolled above a 10 are gonna see that you guys might have to start looking around this surrounding area for anything that might pass for wood. So Heavy Neck's sitting there scratching his head. He's just like, that is a huge fucking hole.
I mean, the last time there was a hole,
Look.
LB and I patched it up with a candle.
Look,
Yeah,
I
we
can't even
fixed
touch
it.
the
There
top
was
of it.
another hole.
No, not anymore.
We like imagined that there was
Yeah,
a
we-
hole.
It's
we were being proactive instead of reactive. See,
not important.
We're thinking
not
about
important.
what if there was
We're
a
learning.
small hole.
You're gonna
That
see
was
Sheila,
leaking.
we're still in the White Winds region, right?
Yeah, you are now landing.
Yeah, so Sheila would have a little bit of awareness about the flora and fauna here because she did live here for a little
Roll a
bit.
nature check with advantage. Because you are now in your home terrain.
Heavy Neck or Talon's gonna stand in the hole and like be like, look, I can't even touch the top of it, like on his tippy toes.
Yeah,
16.
Okay, I said we're gonna need a lot of candles.
hilarious, Toland.
16.
Sheila, you do know that there
As
along the
advantage.
Yeah.
along the eastern ice shelf, there are pockets, thickets, and even large forests of massive pine trees and other hardy hardwoods that would exist in a frozen tundra landscape. You might have to like go out and find it, but you know that they exist. And it's mostly just that. There's no like underbrush that could be used. It's like, but those trees would definitely be large enough to maybe like if
These
you
are all felling trees.
yeah. So you could actually like usable trees, but you know those exist, but you just don't have to go find them.
Guys, there's plenty of large timber out here that we could repurpose for this. We
Oh,
just
How are we
have
gonna get it back to the
it.
ship?
Cut down the trees. Okay.
you have a fucking Goliath. She can carry it.
You think for this? I'm still in the hole. Like,
There's definitely a cart to wheel stuff on and off the ship. We'll just bring it with us.
I'm gonna go pick up Holland so that he can reach the top of the hole.
Okay.
Like help give
Yeah.
him like a boost.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, and if we
you
don't
gotta-
have a cart in the ship, then we're gonna use Little Bite's boat and just throw timber in it, and we'll use it as a sleigh.
Isn't there like some magical way you could probably like carry it?
There's another boat.
Yeah, it's my boat.
LB has another boat.
Yeah.
where'd you get another boat?
Then why are we even worried about this boat if you have another boat?
Because I'm
Where
not
are you-
sharing
Where are
my
you
boat.
keeping this boat? I'm
I'm
gonna like
not
look.
sharing
guy's
my
boat.
boat.
Gonna hide it.
Your boat's not real.
All right.
Maybe it's not, but you know what? When you need a boat and you don't have one, I'm gonna have one. So like,
All
who's
right.
the winner here?
Tolland, heavy.
Well, until you just produce a boat out of thin air, I think we should just go get this timber.
Tolland, Sheila, could you guys please take these two and go find some usable wood? Here's the plan. Once you find it, you can start cutting it down, and you can run somebody back, and I'll get the rest of the lot to come pick it up.
All right. All
So
right.
just let us know. We need to like rework the edges to make sure these are clean so that we can seal it properly. So that's what Heavy Neck and the rest of the crew are going to do as you guys turn around.
Hey
And-
Zilch, before we go, can you just point us in the right direction? And I'm sure I just get like a middle finger. And all right, never mind. Sheila.
So the alcove that you are in, it actually, like, you remember when I said that it seems like it's a bowl, like almost like there's a natural mountain range that kind of keeps at like the very coastline. You're sitting in almost a fissure of that mountain range. So it looks like there's a path, rocky, but it continues up and will take you up to where God knows where. But it looks like it continues that way.
All right.
So tell
I
me in
guess-
marching order, and then anything you'd like to do before you go.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go first, and we'll start climbing towards that direction.
I'm gonna. Hey, Sheila, this snow's kind of deep. Can I do you mind if I?
Sheila's gonna put her arm down so we can climb up onto her
Climb up.
shoulder.
Just kind of get on your shoulders. Thanks.
All right. So as you guys start to trudge through the snow, it's pretty lightly packed where you are now. It's mostly just drift in from the mountain range above. But as you get further up, the wind starts to really howl, and the snow gets more dense. And with each step, Sheila, you realize it's starting to yeah, this is home. Like each step's kind of hard. And as you finally reach the plateau of this natural ramp, your eyes kind of have to readjust to the bright flash of light because it's starting to get into not like the dark part of the evening, but the sun looks like it's a couple hours before it actually drops and then starts the night.
Sunset's quick out here.
But as your vision starts to actually settle in, you guys can see that there are plenty of little brown and green patches off in the distance. But then again, that's it. It's just rolling fields of frozen wasteland and little pockets of pine trees. The nearest one looks like it's about 1.5 miles, 2 miles out. So you want to head that way?
Yeah.
All right. So as you guys start to crunch into this fresh powder, can you guys all make con saves as the wind just eats through your coat? The steps get harder and harder. Those of y'all with exposed fur, that shit is getting clumped up unless you're doing something about it over the like in 3 steps. It is frigid. So Sheila, you succeed. Little Bite. Unfortunately, wait, Cesaria, did you roll
What are we rolling? Sorry.
a con save?
Oh, con.
Because you're in the frozen tundra and it sucks to walk in.
Yes.
All right. So with the help of your fire spirit, you're able to, stave off the exhaustion. But Little Bite, you start to fall behind and you suffer 1 point of exhaustion.
Ooh.
You're just like,
Oh,
fuck this
shit.
cold. Fuck this cold. I hate it.
Hate it here. I wanna go
Sheila's
back to the
gonna
ship.
Sheila's gonna see Little Bite start falling behind and
It's not
walk
like
back
it.
to her. What?
It's not looking good.
I do not like this.
She's just gonna put her big ass hands on her head and just start warming her ears up or with her hands.
Please do not break them off.
And then she's gonna take a rope and tie it onto her belt and tie it onto Little Bite. So if Little Bite gets lost in the drift, we know where she is.
I'm a white cat, so
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just gonna see two black paws just sticking out.
I might as well just tie one to Cesaria too, since Talon's on me.
You're just gonna daisy chain yourself to
Yeah.
You just kind of look up and you see just Talon. It's just a slit of eyes with like just cloth.
Like the
wrapped
mom
around
at like Disney
everything
World with like
else.
one kid on the shoulders and like two kids on like little backpack
Oh.
leashes.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, perfect. So as you guys start to approach the closest thicket, and Little Bite is now basically in tow. Sheila, you're in the front. Can you roll me a perception check?
Ooh!
Wow.
God
That's not
damn
your
it. Where's
first
that
one this
stupid
night. My
fucking
God.
Joe? Where's the natural 20 button? How do I turn that
I'm
down?
ready to rock in.
Yeah, it's definitely cranked up too high in Sheila's direction.
All right, Sheila, because of just the sheer fact that you're basically home, you peer into to where you're headed, and there's an outline. And as you trudge closer and you're about like a half mile in, you can see that there's a red teepee, almost like a hut that looks like it's been erected just on the inside of the tree line. It looks like it's partially obscured or it looks like they tried to obscure it with like branches and like other like fallen stuff to try and make it like camouflaged. But with a natural fucking 20, you're just like, ha, that sucks. But you notice that there is an encampment that looks like it's just the one tent, but it's just sitting along the tree line. What do you do?
I'm gonna investigate it.
Okay. So you approach. As you approach, are you doing so stealthily?
Yeah, I'm gonna just given the nature of the harshness of this land and the scarcity of things.
So
I'm always Lightfoot.
Everybody make a stealth check as you approach. Let's say.
Hell yeah.
Let me.
Can it be with advantage since we're in snow and snow softens sound?
No, you guys are in snow and you're not dressed in white. So if anything, was about to give you disadvantage because you stick out like a sore thumb on all of this white like tundra. But
Perfect.
with a
Do I need to roll those
24,
stealth check?
14, a 26, that's everyone, right?
Oh, I didn't roll mine.
Yeah, Little Bite.
11.
Disadvantage, I believe.
Oh, right.
you're exhausted?
I was gonna say I don't remember the conditions of having a point of exhaustion.
Hold
So
on, I have them up. 1 sec. Exhaustion. You have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Okay.
So your stealth check is at disadvantage.
okay, so it's 11.
All right. So either way, as a group, you're able to kind of huddle and keep low, and Sheila's able to power through this. And you're able to approach this tent fairly stealthily. Now, as you get to this, let me pull up my map really quick.
Pull up the map really quick.
So you are all now, let's say you're coming in from the left side. So you guys can all, if you have your characters, you can put them around here. If not, I can put you down
Where are we putting them?
over here, please, along the left side.
Okay.
You're kind of just aiming for this tree.
Will you do that for me?
Yeah, hold on. I don't know. I have to upload it. Give me a sec.
While I'm standing here,
Mm-hmm.
can I just like, or while I'm like tied
Go.
to Sheila,
Say what?
I want to like pull out my holy symbol and just be like, can you help with the ice? Or do I have to find another god?
Roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
$12.
Got to be stronger than that.
It is really cold here.
That's all you're gonna get. But you guys now see what is in front of you is a fairly large red skin tent. It looks like the beams are made up of different slats of like wooden rods that have been woven together with a bunch of different hides. It looks like there is a single entrance off to the right that you can see from where your position is. So you guys are free to move about. But as you're going to, I'm just going to need, I will be asking for periodic stealth checks, but you are free to move about the cabin.
I'm sorry, I missed it. Did we see something in this area?
The tent, well, as you approach this pine tree, Sheila noticed that there was a tent that was erected within the pine tree thicket.
We can't see inside this tent right now.
No, you cannot. It's just open from a bird's eye view. Imagine that it is fully covered as if it was like almost like a
I am 100% following.
Yeah.
100% following.
What would you guys like to do? You're free to move around.
I'm gonna kind of look at the group.
And Sheila wants to, so Sheila's looking around. She wants to like look for some distinctive features about like what the purpose of this tent would be used for. Is there anything outside around it?
Okay, roll a history check. As you start to really kind of peer and try and remember.
21.
Fairly good. You know that this is a tent of the that's just quintessential the southern tribes. You don't know exactly where, but you know that this tent definitely belongs or belonged to an ice giant at one time and may still belong to it. You just don't know. But from your current observation, it's completely empty. But this thing is huge and only an ice giant. Like the entrance as you're sizing it up is bigger than you would want.
Yeah,
So-
Sheila's just standing there with her hands on her hips, looking up and down, and knows exactly what size this is made for.
Hey, Sheila, you know what this is?
Yeah, this is an ice giant tent from the southern tribes.
Shh, you said a fucking ice giant?
Yeah. We deal with them all the time.
Yo, we shouldn't take trees from here. We don't want to wake them up, do we?
Yeah, we should probably do that.
Do we want to see? I'm gonna look at the two cats, be like, you guys want to see what's inside that tent?
Outside.
Hmm?
I just want to not be out in the cold. So
Well, I mean, it's gonna be cold no matter where we go. I'm just thinking we can't stay in that tent. I'm thinking we should rob that tent and then find a new place to get trees from that's not here.
Sheila's just gonna take her sword out and just get ready to enter into the tent. Real
Whoa, whoa,
stealth.
whoa. Whoa.
Sheila still have us tethered.
Yeah.
I think so. She did not say that she untethered you, so you guys are all kind of attached.
Sheila,
Yeah.
maybe we should try to do this with a little more inconspicuously.
Colin, then you go.
Well, no. All right. I mean, I will. If does someone want to come with me, or should I just go poke around? Do we want to?
So sorry, is your fire spirit out right now?
Oh, it would not be because it only lasts for about an hour. So
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to know because it would be very bright.
I think that, I mean, if it looks like this is like, does the general area outside look like it hasn't been like tracked on in a while? Like there's not been a lot of movement.
What did you roll for your? Actually, roll me an investigation check because the other one was history. Now this is an investigation as you're looking around at it.
22.
It's not brand new, but it's not like ancient and decaying. Somebody's been upkeeping this at least a little bit. You don't know how soon, but I mean, some of the patchwork on like near the entrance looks like it's like a fresh hide that has been placed there to patch an old hole.
So if anything, there's some sort of seasonality to it being
Maybe
used.
like this
Yeah.
could be an outpost that somebody decides to like every once in a while they come to, but like you just don't know. But like it does seem like it has seen some sort of what is it, care or like individual
Any
presence.
footprints? Recent footprints?
Roll a nature check. Roll investigation checks, actually, talent.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Same.
Oh, cool. There's a lot of tracks. You could pick up some like very large, large boot tracks. There are some like padded paw prints. There's some deer tracks. But they're all kind of blended together. So
People,
But-
there's, I don't know, man. There's
there were
things coming
things
through.
here.
But hey,
What do you think?
Farkin,
I'm gonna
these
look at
are-
the cats. Do one of you guys want to go in?
I'm
Here's here's the thing: if we're quick and we're in and we're out, then it's all good. These are outposts, so they're not usually
I mean,
frequented, but we
I'm-
can't take that chance.
I'm good at sneaking. Let me poke my head and see if they're in there. And if they're not in there, I'll see if I can find something. And then let's get the fuck to a different area and get a couple trees and stay the hell away from here. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
Wow. So you guys,
I'm
Talon,
gonna
you're making
walk.
it.
I'm gonna walk by myself. I'm gonna sneak up as quietly as I can to the edge of this tent, and I'm gonna just get right to the door. And I'm just gonna like wait for 20 seconds on the edge of the door and see if I can hear anything inside of the tent.
Roll a perception check.
$19.
Coast is clear.
I'm gonna stick my head in the tent quietly and see if I can look around, see if anything's in there.
As you look around, you can see what you see before you is you see a large pile of furs and pelts that have been just mashed into a giant like bedding that's in the back corner. It looks like there is another bedding that has similar pelts off to the left. Huge dent in the very center. A kind of still smoldering fire pit
Hmm.
and a chest that sits in the back corner with a string of drying like rabbit legs and other meats that are like hanging up right by the chest.
Okay, I'm gonna get in the door and I'm gonna send a message back to Sheila. I'm gonna say, the fire pit still looks like it's warm, so something's close by. I'm gonna check out this chest, and I think you guys should get some distance to get the fuck out of here.
Just as tall as hand signaling all that, Sheila's just like,
No, I'm inside sending you a message. Let you know
oh,
that.
you're saying you're doing it mentally. And Sheila's still going like this though.
Guys, so
The baseball hand signals.
Yeah.
as Sheila's just doing all of these wavy, wacky symbols trying to speak to nobody. Little Bite, your passive perception's a 20, right?
Yep.
You notice creeping along the tree line off to your main group's left,
Like up here.
right there, actually.
Oh shit.
You see that there is a stark white dire wolf, red eyes. It looks like it has a leather collar, and no, it's like a leather harness. So it comes around, and it looks like it has some sort of harness that it can put attachments, if anything. But right now, it just has like a few decorations. It's keeping very low to the ground, mouth open, nose is like kind of sniffing around, and the ears are kind of basically just trying to like see where you guys are. But you see it, and it doesn't seem to see you right now. What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna whisper to everyone and be like, guys, don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Something is watching us.
Why am I? There it is.
No, what is watching us?
All right.
Something is watching us.
So if-
Slowly turn your head to the left, but don't do it very quickly because it's gonna notice it.
So roll another stealth check, everybody.
I'm going to make my direction towards that chest. As far as I know, Sheila said everything's cool, stay quiet, and I'm gonna just try to lockpick that chest. So
Yeah.
So I'll get Talon. I will let you
take your
try to
time.
no, I will let you try to roll me a lockpick check, but
Okay.
because it depends. Yeah. So you go and you start to feel around. It's like, wait a minute. And then you just put it's like literally one pressure plate up and then just easily turns. You
Like a
open it up.
skeleton key.
Yeah, you can see it is full of shit. If we'll get to that later, because your head quickly jerks to the direction of your friends, because you hear, and those of you who are still on the outside watch as the wolf's head kind of lock down and then turn, lock eyes with your group, and you just hear a as it starts to basically bolt straight at you guys. So let's all roll initiative.
Weed.
Oh, don't love any of that.
Where is the
I'm in danger.
yeah? Where's the turn order?
Initiative.
Where's the initiative tracker? Why is it not up?
It's
I
right here.
see it.
Fine.
I don't see it.
Right here. You want me to get rid of it and start a new one?
Yeah, I don't see the. I
Here,
can't
let me
see
get rid of it. Oh, it might have got
Oh, okay, here it is. Okay, so
initiative. 13.
clear list.
Wow. Oh, I didn't know the change.
Okay, so
I'll get my turn.
okay.
You want to hand with it?
Yeah, I have
I got
not
you.
done this in a while.
I got you.
Initiative for
I got you. Where's your wolf?
two.
All right, I got everybody.
Wolf got a. No, was it 23? You got a you got an 11. All right. So sorry, what'd you get?
6.
Hila? 13.
Hey, I'm not. Was I surprised by this?
Yeah, I mean, it was stealthy and you guys failed your stealth check, so it got the jump on you.
Okay, then it's an 8.
Okay, it's an 8.
Yeah, because I don't have advantage.
All right, so Little Bite and Talland. I think Little Bite, you're gonna be second because your dex is not a 5.
No, it's not.
Correct.
All right, so hold on. There it is.
Mine's yeah.
Wolf goes there. And actually, just because I want him in the turn order. Bring him down to there. Just so I need to roll another one. So 16. Can you add my little, wait, hold on. Oh, add turn. I got it.
Oh, AJ, I misread that. I do have advantage even if surprise, so it's still 13.
Okay, so what's your dex?
My dex is 16.
Okay. Little bite, what's your dex?
15.
Can't hear you.
15.
15. All right. So Talon, Sheila, Little Bite, Wolf, Cesaria, and well, the guy is getting there. So, but we're gonna start with Talon. And then Cesaria is last. So with that being said, Talon, you just heard a wolf howl at the top of its little wolf lungs. Now what?
And the thing I'm just gonna say, take a big sigh. I'm just gonna fucking say fucking open the chest and see what's inside.
Okay.
In my
you-
action looting.
Okay, you're gonna use your whole action to loot. So then what
Right.
you see inside of it, you see metalworking tools. There's a loose parchment map or a loose parchment that's
Hold on,
rolled
slow
up.
down. I gotta get to my notes.
Oh, okay, sorry.
That's okay.
So metalworking tools.
Oh no, hold on. That's yep.
It looks like there's a rolled up parchment bound in green cord.
Yep.
You're aware of what platinum looks like, right?
Sure is.
You're
Sure
looking-
is.
You can see a 5 pound chunk of raw platinum ore.
Talon, you better message that to me. That's some good news.
Next to the ore, you see 8 steel spear tips. And then basically underneath the like all of it, you can see that there is like something large that looks like it's maybe like a giant hunk of meat that's like sitting there and like maybe like a preserve. But
Okay.
that's all you can see. Oh, and then there's a large elk skin water sack that's in there.
You said there was a map, or was that the rolled up parchment? I don't
That
know
was the
that.
parchment. You
Oh,
can't
okay,
tell me
understood. I don't know. No, understood. I'm gonna take all of that, obviously, shove it in my fanny pack,
that's a
and
lot.
I'll do what I can. And I'm going to.
The ore is 5 pounds and the elk skin is full.
I'm not gonna take the elk skin. Okay, I'm gonna leave the elk skin. I'm gonna leave the water skin.
It's the same thing. It's only
Or
one.
elk skin. I'm gonna leave the meat. I'm taking the tips, the 5 pounds of ore, the rolled up parchment, and the metalworking tools.
You got it.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to search the bed to see if there's anything I missed.
Sure, go ahead. Roll me another investigation check.
I didn't roll a first one.
Well, yeah, sorry. Then roll.
It's okay. I will roll. I'm just gonna look the room, and that's my whole turn. Is basically I'm just gonna toss this fucking room in one turn.
You almost dive into all of the black bear fur.
Ooh.
can't really
I'm
find-
gonna use the tides of chaos. I'm gonna do it. I don't care.
All right, cool.
Because it's a new day and I get it back when you make me use it. So, but you don't have to make me roll until I use the level one spell. Just
I
so
will
you know.
tell you right now, this will trigger the second you take damage.
Understood.
So now you know what the trigger is.
Ooh, not better.
All right. So still, you're not be able to find anything. You look and you look and you look. You're just like, fuck. Why am I underneath these things? And you just like throw the pelts to the side. And you're just like, I couldn't find shit.
Yep, that's it. That's my whole turn.
All right, cool. Now it's Sheila's turn. It's actually a guardian wolf, but it is all white. What are you doing?
So Sheila's gonna obviously step out in front and pull and go into a rage
Okay.
and ready to attack this wolf. Can I mean, this wolf is definitely like moving to attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then I have the movement speed. I'm just gonna approach it head on in a rage and do reckless attack on it.
Go for it. Make your 2 attacks. Defense.
So 24 definitely hits, right?
Yeah, for both. Absolutely. It's a
Okay.
14 armor class.
Okay. So 14 for the first,
14.
17 for the next,
That's
31.
31 points of total.
Yeah.
Dang.
Nice. So you come up, just carve right up the side of it. You hear a and then you come straight down across its backbone and you watch as its white fur opens to steam and you can see the muscle exposed. You took this thing down in half, basically.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Nice shot. So then is that it?
Yeah.
Cool. That means Little Bite, you're up.
Cool. I'm gonna follow suit.
Okay. So you're gonna just run up.
Yep.
You're super quiet still. Sorry.
Better?
Yes, way better.
Okay. I'm trying not to blow my gain all the way open. So okay, so I'm gonna follow suit.
Cool. All right. So you go up and you want to whack it.
Yep, so I'm just gonna like run and run and run and do the thing.
All right. You have how much movement?
I have I think I have 30 feet. Yeah, I have 30 feet.
Okay. So you
Um,
won't be able to get flanking, but you can get up right next to it.
Can I
Yeah.
use my tabaxi trait to double my movement speed?
Oh, hell yeah. And then you want to get flanking?
Yeah, and then the next round I just can't move at all.
That's okay. You're probably just going to whack it, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you you slide behind it with your hammer now out. Make your 2 attacks.
Going. Gonna hit it. I gotta remember how to do it. 13.
Does not hit, unfortunately. Your
Uh.
hammer just glances wide.
Oh wait, do I get advantage?
Yeah, you have a flanking.
Does it matter if I have a point of exhaustion?
No, it only matters when you get to 3 points for your attacks.
Okay,
It's
okay,
just
okay.
ability checks.
Natural 20.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'd say that hits.
Cool. I'm gonna
You want to
pump a
smite it,
smite
don't
into
you?
that. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Because I just see it in my head as like, okay, can I describe it and then I'll do the damage?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I literally just want to like run up and like do one of the like bring it down and like the legs go out, like sort of like Bugs Bunny style.
Oh, okay, all right.
And I
So
want to like
you
smash
fly
it
around.
down from the top. And like I want to hit it so it hits the ground, and then there's like a pause, and there's like a boosh, like a crater effect underneath it.
Okay. All right. So roll your damage. So as you run up, you actually plant off of the pine tree that you're standing next to, and you like basically do a half turn right in the middle of the air, and then you come 2 hands straight down, and you hear the bones go. Do your damage.
So it's 13 plus.
And then finally the shockwave.
17.
Okay, so that is a total of
Hold on.
30.
That's 46.
That's-
I need to roll another 4. Hold on.
Oh yeah. This thing's about to get cashed
Okay.
out. So that's 40. correct?
Uh,
13, 17, 10.
yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you hear the as the pelvis just basically shatters, and then
Nice.
the shockwave just basically causes the legs to just detach from it. The skin's still kind of there, but this
Nice.
thing, the backbone just completely goes limp, and you watch the fire in this thing's eyes just completely go out, and it dies right there.
We
And
should
as
run.
And as you hear that, you hear from behind, you hear, no!
Yeah, we're dead. We need to run.
And you guys look over and you can see that there is a fairly large ice giant covered in tribal garb,
Yeah,
all
we're
these
fucked.
leathers. He's got a large, what is it? A large mace that he's carrying around, and it looks like he has like a quiver of spears on his back. He's got red paint that's smeared across his cheeks. Cole, you know exactly what that war paint's from. But yeah, so next up after the dumbass wolf dies, Zasaria.
Okay, guys, I had a cool thing I was gonna do to the wolf too.
Who's that guy?
But yeah, fuck that wolf. I am. We don't know if this guy's like bad or not.
You just killed his dog.
Yeah.
You see John Wick?
Yeah, that's why we need to run. That's
Yeah,
why we need to run.
I'm gonna hold an attack with my longbow, but I really think we should probably get it out of here, guys.
All right. So you are holding your attack in case it gets.
Holding my attack.
All right.
Expressing that we should probably definitely leave ASAP.
Cool. It is now his turn. You're gonna as the echoes of his no reverberates off the pine trees. He's just gonna start.
Man, we are in so much trouble.
And he has 40 feet of movement, so he is able to close the gap. He is going to slide on his knees
I'm about to get turned into a
cradle the wolf. He drops his warhammer down to his side, and he looks up at you, and then just in giant, so only Sheila can understand this, I'm assuming. He's like,
yeah,
you'll pay for this. So he is going to use his action to grab his warhammer again, and then he's going to say great axe, but it's a warhammer in this instance, and he's going to make just 2 attacks right at Sheila. So 16
Doesn't.
wait, I have advantage because you did reckless.
Yeah, so
26
hits.
yo, we're
All right,
about
so
to
you
be
take-
pancakes.
You take
Yeah.
12 points of bludgeoning damage. Is it just the first attack that gets advantage? I believe so.
Yeah.
And then 14 doesn't hit. So the first one,
No, it's all attacks.
oh,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is?
yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Listen,
If
man.
he's
use that
attacking my
DM.
pals now, then
funny.
he's getting a longbow to the face.
All right, so you're gonna take 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Half.
19 is gonna hit.
You raging?
Yeah, you're raging, right?
Yeah.
So 21 rounded down to 10. Okay, so 8 piercing. Wait, what?
Like I feel bad we killed your dog and all, mister, but like also those are my friends.
Yeah. He doesn't understand what you're saying.
That's fine.
That
I didn't
tracks.
understand what he was saying either.
All right, cool. So Talon, you're up.
All right. Sheila's gonna hear in her
Just
ear.
heard all of that commotion and then just
Um,
giant footprints.
I'm gonna be like, all right, guys, I think I got everything. If we keep it cool, we can get out of here without being noticed. And I'm gonna work my way back to the entrance of the tent and try to sneak out. So
Oh
what,
man.
five-
Yeah,
25
yeah, man.
feet.
I don't think that's gonna be a thing anymore.
Well, it was she. I said it to Sheila because I can only say it to one, I guess, because technically. So, and I'm going to dash with my bonus action another 25 feet, and I'm gonna come around the corner quietly and kind of look up, and I'm just gonna see this. I'm assuming giant ass ice giant just
He's a
slamming
huge
down,
giant.
and I'm gonna be like, fuck, and I'm gonna just be like, with the bag of shit on my back, be like, well, I'm gonna shoot my short bow.
Go for it. He is engaged, so you get advantage and sneak attack.
I don't think I get advantage. I think I just get sneak attack.
Okay, all right.
Not that I don't want advantage.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, I'm just you might need it.
13 to hit.
No, it just
Ooh.
it sinks into his patchwork armor and just doesn't seem like it even penetrated halfway.
Ooh, I want to like readjust the shit on my back and get ready for my next shot and be like, welp, and that's my turn.
Okay, Sheila, you're up.
Sheila, after taking that hit, just like slams back with her sword, but takes the brunt of it, and she just in full on rage goes, "Fuck you!" And she just going reckless again
Okay,
with attacks.
go for it. 15 is what you got to beat.
We can do it. $17 and
Yeah.
23,
Nice. So both hit.
30.
30 points. Nice. As your great sword just carves right up its thigh and opens up to where like the fat's starting to come out, and you just grunts out. As you get like really into view, he's gonna look and go, "Gold-haired lady, I looking for you," and that's all he's gonna say. Is that it?
Sheila's also going to cast Ancestral Protectors
Beautiful.
and also reply back to him in Giant and go, "You have no idea what you're talking about," as she continues to push the sword into him.
Beautiful. Awesome. All right, Little Bite, you're up.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna hit it. Because I'm just
All
like,
right.
what are we doing?
You're gonna go for his like calf or knee.
Yeah,
basically?
I mean, I'm so small compared to him. I'm just gonna try and
Yes,
put like
very much so.
I'm gonna bruise him really badly.
Go for it. You can roll if you want to position yourself. You can position yourself so you can get advantage with.
Oh yeah, because I would have the last round would have counted for me not moving. So yes. Go into the tree line a little bit.
Okay.
Um
You hear a.
no,
just
I
kidding.
don't want to be in the trees. I don't want to be in the trees.
Just kidding. You don't actually hear that.
24 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna do some damage. 7 damage.
All right.
And then
You
I'm gonna do
whack
it again.
him. You said you're gonna do it again?
Yep.
Go for it.
30,
Yes.
20.
Yes.
No. 6. So 13 total.
Cool. You're whittling away. It like you kind of made a bruise. You worked in the same spot, so you can see it
Yeah.
starting to blacken a little bit. But this is a hardy dude. But when you made first contact, it shook all the way down to your wrists.
God damn it.
But if that's all you're gonna do, the dumbass wolf is gone. So it's Cesaria's turn.
Okay, he is going to. Gonna get another couple longbows because I get 2 as a ranger.
Dope.
It's an 18
Yes.
for
Ooh,
another
yeah.
8 piercing
Okay.
and 11. I assume misses.
No, that just glances right off of his tough hide.
Meh.
All right, cool. That's it.
That shall be all.
All right, cool. So, first and foremost, Sheila, you talk shit, so he's gonna start swinging at you again. So first, he's gonna make 2 attacks. So first one is a 19, take
Hits.
for 11 damage, halved to 5, and then 25. So and then you take another 8 points. So 8 plus 5 is 13. You take 13 points of bludgeoning damage as this great hammer just is like hammering you further into the snow. That is, well, hold on. He's going to oof. All right, that's it. Talon, you're up.
Okay.
This fucking giant's hammering away on Sheila.
Yeah, fuck that shit. I'm going to. I really want to hit him.
That would be good.
But I don't want to miss. All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm gonna hide right where I'm at. I'm gonna run over here. 25 feet to this side right here. I kind of actually one down if that's all right. Kind of like duck into this bush right here. And I'm gonna try to do my stealth roll to get out of sight.
All right, so
That's
you're gonna
all
try
right.
to use the trunk to hide behind.
Hide first, right?
Yes.
15 to hide.
Hold on.
Passive.
Oh, sorry, no. If it's passive, yeah, you feel fairly hidden.
I mean, you can roll if you want.
No, you're fine. He's not paying attention to you, so it would be passive. You're correct. So yeah, you feel fairly hidden.
All right. Take my advantage shot.
All right, now you go.
Ooh,
Jeez, that's
14 hit. Listen, I got all my good rolls out earlier.
Yeah, Talon, come on. You're usually like, you're used
Ooh.
to damage boy. All right, so you take your shot. Just misses.
That's it, man. Once I expose myself for that last shot, I'm like, shit, and I try to pull another arrow out of my quiver and try to reload, but I'm kind of just sitting there.
All right, cool. Sheila,
That's
you're
my
up.
turn.
Sheila is just getting slammed on as the ice giant reacts to her cutting his thigh, and that pisses her off even more. So she just reckless attacks him for her next 2 attacks. 27.
Yes.
25.
Yes. So that hits.
And that was 33.
So
damage.
you need to roll 2 more rolls. The first one was advantage because it's reckless.
Yeah.
So now roll your other two attacks. Yeah, so you hit.
Yep.
All right, so both of your damage rolls count. So it's
Yeah.
how much?
Just 33.
33. Nice.
Mhm.
That means it's god, math. 33. Nice. You carve right across this dude's shin and then completely stab your sword through the other thigh and basically causes him to drop to one knee. And he's looking at you, goes, spits blood in your direction. But he's trying to be as fierce as he can, but he's looking pretty bad after that. Anything else?
Sheila is just going to wipe the blood from her face and smile at him.
You fucking bitch. Little bite. As Sheila's seemingly having fun with this, what are you doing?
Having fun. I guess Did I miss something? Are we not in combat anymore?
No, we're in combat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There was something about the way you said that. I was like, wait a second. Are we not in combat? All right,
No,
cool.
it's just your turn to hit it.
Cool. Bruising time. Let's go.
All right, you're gonna work that same calf. Go for it.
Yep, let's go. I'm a masseuse now, so I'm just trying to get the knots out.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm just
Just doing
maybe-
biscuits.
Yeah,
a cat.
making biscuits. I'm a baker. There we go.
that's
Some
the next-
mean ass biscuits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're spicy. Watch out.
Spicy biscuits.
jalapeno.
Jalapeno
biscuit.
cheddar biscuits.
Like a habanero biscuit.
Jesus.
14 does not hit.
Cool. It's gonna be like the food that we like host with people is cheddar jalapeno biscuits. Anyways, I'm gonna hit it again.
Go for it.
17.
That hits.
Cool. 14.
Woo!
Hey, nice. So that means it just you watch slow motion ripples just go through this entire leg, and he just looks back and goes, "Fuck," as it's not looking pretty for him. Cesaria.
How's
the end of
that
Little Witch's
not
turn.
though? Is it good? Are we
What?
So I do I like that? Do I not like that? Yeah, we're gonna go with that. So I would like the giant guy to make a dex save.
A dex save.
I imagine giants are the most dexterous of folk. Big hands and such.
Does a 4?
No, a four doesn't do it. So he's
you
gonna
sure?
take. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that a 4 isn't. I think 4 is less than 15.
All right, what do you do?
So it's gonna be 9 fire damage.
Cool.
And I forgot about this the last turn, but my good pals, the little mice, are gonna just creep up and do 3 nibble damage.
Get some. All right, whittle him down to he's bloody territory now with your little nibble damage.
Yeah, I mean, they do what
find
they
that
can.
they find one of the festering wounds that, well, not festering yet, but the wounds that Sheila's cut open, and they just start like burrowing into that wound, just trying to make it worse. Great. So it's now back to the ice giant's turn. He's having better days, but he is going to make one last thought. Nope. Go down fucking swinging. Fuck it. He's gonna swing at Sheila just because you have all of his attention. So
Your arms look so silly with the fucking shirt.
I know. All right. So you take 24, so 12 points of bludgeoning damage as and it looks like he is like sort of like spat onto the ground, wipes his mouth and goes, "Storak will find you. You know that, right?" And that's going to be the end of his turn. Talon, you're up.
Muted as shit. I'm gonna shoot him in the fucking face. Actually, I think I'm gonna be pissed off enough where I'm gonna use my turn and dash to run up to him and just be like, "Fuck you," and be like, "Don't hurt Sheila," and go to stab him in the face with my dagger
Okay.
with advantage because I have flanking.
You, for that sort of move, I will give you a bonus inspiration dice of 1d6.
Oh,
As
okay.
you're just like, this little tiny thing going to fucking attack Goliath. Go for it. Yeah,
Plus
that hits.
6.
Sorry, yeah, that sucks.
5. Sorry.
All right.
Damage is.
Do you not get sneak attack? 'Cause
I do. I sure. No, sorry. That was the wrong. I did that wrong. That was yeah, that's my 1d6 plus 5. So that's 10 damage plus sneak attack. So sorry about that. 5 more d6.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like rookie numbers.
Oh,
18.
yo. 12.
That's not
Thanks,
enough.
man.
11442. Oh,
Okay, so what is it in total? It's 17.
22 damage.
How much?
22 damage in total because I have a +5 as well. So,
Sir, would that be plastic or paper as you complete this
oh,
transaction?
yeah. I want to kind of like, I don't know if this is possible because I'm dashing. I would like to like climb up Sheila's back and like, don't hurt Sheila, and like kind of like
Yeah.
jump off and like kind of go through the air and then stab him and like come down his chest.
Oh my god. So
Did you
as
just
happens,
air Arya in this?
you plant off of Sheila's like trap, and then this camera slow motion to a side pan of just the silhouette of Tolland as he's just flying through the air, and then you watch him just sink his dagger into his sternum, and you hear a and his rib cage just completely opens up as you just like basically zip line down and open him from like neck to like his belly button, and it's all pours out. Sheila, you get covered in just hot, steamy, fucking intestinal, like all this shit. And it's like starting to sputter off of you, but his body then collapses
Ooh,
as he dies.
ooh.
That is a sharp fucking dagger, Tallinn.
Now we are done with combat.
I'm like gonna like wipe the shit out of my eyes. Oh, that was crazy.
That was something.
Well,
I think we're
you guys
good for a
okay?
little bit
Everybody
now.
okay? Everybody okay? Anybody hurt? Anybody need any help? I got a healing potion if someone needs something. Or we could take a short rest.
The
I
ghost
wanna
is
I wanna
here for now.
investigate this this ice giant real quick.
Okay.
Yo, so while they're investigating the ice guy, I'm going to not pull out the platinum. I'm going to pull out the rolled up parchment cord, the metal working tools, and the 8 spear tips and be like, so I found this in this hut, and kind of like lay it out for everybody.
Roll a deception check.
No sleight of hand.
And because you hit it.
All
before
right,
you-
all right, 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 all right.
This is where passive insight is going to come into play.
17.
Nobody has a passive insight above a 17, right?
No.
All right,
I
yeah.
do.
So nobody thinks anything of it. Yeah. So Talon, you just present the items and everyone just sees what they see. Do you open the map?
Oh, no, I just lay everything out as is.
All right. So you just see everything like spear tips, like metalworking tools, parchment, and then I believe that was it. Oh, and then did you grab no, you left the elk skin.
I couldn't
Oh.
carry it. I'm gonna say to everybody, so I got this. I was trying to sneak out at the time, but there's a shit ton of meat and water in there. I couldn't carry it, but I'm gonna gesture to the slop on the ground in front of me. I mean, if we have time.
So anyway, so that is what's happening there. Sheila, while Tolland is, saying this, you're inspecting the body. What are you specifically looking for?
Well, obviously anything of value, but also I want to get a little bit more context about what he has on him in relation to Stordak.
Okay. All right. So as you're poking around, you can see a few. There isn't like a Stordak like symbol, but there are like flavors of his tribe that carry over to his goons. So he is wearing a lot of it's indicative of your area. It's the silver tip black bear fur. He has a large pelt of it that's covering his shoulder. The war paint, specifically because it's red and it's on the face, that reminds you of Stordak. He literally said Stordak, but it just seems like it looks like he's a tracker. So he moves light. He only really has like the war hammer and the spears, and it just
And
looks like he was like this was his outpost.
And he's pretty much on his own. Like,
Yeah, it doesn't look like he has Yeah, kind of. There's no one else besides him, the dog.
Yeah, so we have time.
Yeah. So
I'm
with
out.
that now, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I'm definitely going to take the pelt because it will never hurt to have one of these traveling. And then I'm going to signal to Talon we have time and explain to him that this is a tracker and these outposts are really just ran by one person for extended periods of time.
So is there a way we can send word back saying everything's okay? You know what I mean? And kind of bide us some time. All right. Well, anyway, I think we should just take what we can out of this, grab that food, let's cut a couple of these trees. We'll use this tent to sleep for, we can have everybody kind of bunk in there. I think we can get heavy neck and spend a day or two cutting trees down. And by the time we get all the wood back, we should be able to actually clean things up. So if a couple of you want to stay here and just kind of post a lookout, I think if I get close to another shift, we can send a message back to Heavy and start getting things moving.
Sounds like a plan.
Sheila's going to stay and start taking the trees down with her great axe.
I'm gonna say, Sheila, do you want me to bring this? I'm just gonna say, did that guy look? Did he know you?
Oh, Talon. We all look alike in these areas. Don't worry about it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bring.
Back, Sheila.
I'm gonna bring this map back to Heavy or this parchment, all this shit back to Heavy. And who's you're staying here with I don't know. I didn't hear what you're doing. Little bite. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm gonna burrow in the furs
Yeah, we about to get cold.
Yeah, we about to
Okay.
cuddle up.
I appreciate the coziness. Can you just at least keep an ear out or take turns keeping an eye to make sure no other giants come back?
Yep. Furs will be nice and warmed up for you.
All right. All right.
Also, can
I guess
check the direwolf, was that a nice harness?
I'm not gonna like. Can one of you come back with me? I don't feel comfortable walking back to the ship by myself.
Rock, paper, scissors. Yeah.
All right, fine. Ready?
Boulder.
I win.
Damn it.
All right, so little bite's
Cold.
going
Let's
to Talon.
go. Can I check the harness before I leave?
Oh
Is it
yeah,
a nice harness.
yeah, it's fairly well made. It
Cool.
looks like it has the ability to hold a number of like maybe arrowheads. It's got a small satchel on the back. So
Can I take it?
yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Hey, maybe
little-
you guys
just
should
2 points
take a
to
couple
tax
of the
it, but-
furs with you to so you stay warm.
That.
But we don't have to. We take as much as you need. We can take our time going back. I think we got most of what we fear out of the way, and we move pretty quietly. So
All right, perfect. So Little Bite and Talon, you're going to head to the boat so you can get within range to get a Heavy's ear to.
I think we're just gonna, because I want to drop shit off and
Okay,
fuck
perfect.
Heavy. So we'll get back to the ship. But
All right, since you've already made tracks and it's not that long, it was only about 30 minutes, but once you were done exploring and poking around the body, you were able to get back to Heavy Neck. It looks like they've done a fairly good job about like getting all the edges cleaned up so that once they do have wood, it should be okay to like start like attaching things. He seems in good spirits. When you guys get there, he's like, he's surprised that you actually ran into anybody, but you tell him your plan. You guys are able to take Heavy Neck will stay with the ship. You guys are able to take a few of the extra hands with you in a little convoy while Heavy gets the ship basically battened down, and he'll come meet you guys later with a few others. So it's getting late. I know we usually stop at 9, so I think this is a fairly good time to stop with you guys kind of montaging yourselves all the way to this little hut and kind of burrowing in and like getting the wood. You're falling the wood, you're getting it cut down. So that'll be a better part of a couple days. But I think it's a great place for us to end.
cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hey man,
So is
that's
there
fun.
anything you guys want to do before we, sign off?
Not
Oh, I just want to say we're gonna post our jalapeno and cheddar biscuits recipe on our Twitter.
Check us out.
The boss man's saying no. The boss
Oh,
man's saying
I think a good point to say is we will be playing next week. I mean, I still plan on running if people still plan on playing. I have Thursday off, so I mean, I'm down for even a late game if we have one.
I'm on vacation, but I will be in Kansas.
So but otherwise, don't we're not skipping a week this week, so stay tuned next week, same time, same place.
Yeah.
Subscribe. If we get to 10 subscribers, we'll do a special West March Guys podcast.
I was gonna say another one shot where JT kills us.
And virtual
there we go.
date night with Sheila.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. That's
Bacon cheddar
spicy.
jalapeno biscuits. Okay.
All right. Well,
know-
that's it for us. So thank you everybody for watching. We really appreciate you guys tuning in and come and see us next week.